till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Hi. Hello. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Hello. 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 Okay. 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 I know I'm coming on super early today. Uh, alas, I have dinner plans, so I need to come on early so that I can get to those dinner plans in time. But anyway, hi everyone. Hello. Uh, let me see who's here. Probably not many folks just because I know I came on so early. I know I'm always coming on creepy, Doug. You know me. I can't help but be creepy. Also, I'm going to start with the jester hat because yesterday I miscounted the number of super chats we got, and we had more than I thought. So, for the sake of fairness, I'll start off with the jester hat today. There we go. Okay, jester hat on. Okay, who do we got here? Who do we got? We got who do we got for the Friday fun stream? Friday fun stream. FF. Uh, we got we got soup cheese soup. Hello, soup cheese soup. Soup cheese soup. Fast, quickly becoming a regular. We got AMA Gaming. Hello, AMA Gaming. We got again, one of the originals, of course. Matt Saigai, another original here. Hello, Matt Saigai. Who else we got? We got Doug. Hello, Doug. Doug, you're the first one in here, Doug. Good job, Doug. Okay. Dubois, you failed, Dubois. You failed. Doug beat you. Okay. Do better, Dubois. Do better. Okay. I'm just kidding, Dubois. Hello, Dubois. Uh, I did not hear about Mississippi. What happened in Mississippi? Someone tell me. They voted blue? Ooh, interesting. I need to look that up. That's strange. And Big Braden. All right. Hello, Big Braden. How have you been doing up there in Canada, in Canada? Big Braden. Things going well? Minus having us as a neighbor. Okay, so a few things. As I just said, uh, yeah, they're all jealous, Doug. That's why. As I just said a few moments ago, oh God, I have all this paint already up here because my inside of my hat has paint on it. Okay. Um, oh, I'm sorry, Big Brain. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's okay. Bye-bye, Dubois. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, Louise. Hello, Louise. So, guys, again, I'm starting super early today because I need to end earlier so I can go to dinner. I might not stream tomorrow, by the way. I'm thinking I need to do some research and work and do some things to try to improve the stream, and I need a day to do that. So I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow, just so I can take the whole weekend to do some stuff on that. But I'll definitely stream today. Yeah, Matt Saigai with my mother. I do a lot of I go out to eat with my mother and my father a lot because I'm a good son, you know. Um, so yeah, uh, you know, they're older. I won't go into it, but yeah, they appreciate having someone to go out to dinner with. Let's put it that way. And I have going out. I like going out to dinner with them. So I got you, big brain. I got you. Okay. So uh yeah, I get it, big brain. Okay, so guys, few things going on. First of all, I have up in the background here. Um, well, maybe you are Matt Saigai. No, I'm kidding, Matt Saigai. Okay. I mean, for a long time, I lived apart from, I mean, like far away from my parents in a different state. So I never got to see them. So I'm kind of trying to make up for it, I guess. Okay. Um, now we have Trump right now is meeting with Viktor Orban. Viktor Orban, the illiberal, fascist, somewhat fascist, I should say, leader of Hungary. They're having a meeting. I have it pulled up on my screen. It's live, but I don't know when they're going to come out and if they're even going to say anything. So if Trump does come live, if Trump does come, okay, if Trump does come out and does a live press conference with Orban, we'll quickly switch to that. Like I said, I have it up here in the background so I can see it right now. Maybe soup cheese. I mean, I hope not. I disavow him if he does come out. He's not part of the queer community, in my opinion. I disavow that. But if they do come out to talk, I will have it up and we'll pull it up immediately. Okay. Also, I haven't set a goal yet. We already got the jester hat. Let me quickly set a goal here. I got my tea, by the way, Earl Grey. Earl Grey. It was a bit too hot and I just burned myself. Anyway, so uh They might AMA, it might be like a fascist dance-off or something. Uh, yeah, that's very true, Big Braden. So they might, so we'll see. I wanted to, well, first, okay, I'm doing too much at once here. Okay, live chat. Let me quickly fix this. 5 super chats. That's okay. So if we get 2 more, we'll do the caller. I just burned my tongue. Goddamn. All right. So if we get to 2, caller. If we get to 5, I don't know. What should we do if we get to 5? Um, how about this? I do have a Kahoot for us to do, but it's kind of a fun Kahoot. Uh, we'll do. How about this? If we get to 5, I'll ask you guys questions. It'll be a Q&A where I get to ask my community questions, which which I want to do. So Q&A, I want to get revenge. Q&A, I ask questions. Okay. All right. So that'll be 5. So we'll just do that for now. I like that idea. Oh, that's good. Um, okay. So there we go. I find it so funny that Trump had a gay BFF. Right, Big Brain? It's shocking. Okay. Yeah, right. Don't you like that, Doug? It'll be a consumer Q&A where I get to ask you all inappropriate questions. Okay. So that'll we'll do that. So again, if we get 2 super chats, I'll put on the caller. If we get to 5, we're doing a Q&A where I get to ask you all questions, okay? So I get rewarded for you giving me money. That's a good incentive, right? Okay. Uh, um yeah, Neuralink is just totally soup cheese soup. It is totally is. It is a Black Mirror episode. We're like living through a lot of Black Mirror episodes. Yeah, I know, Big Braden. I would not be surprised, Big Brain. I would not. Yeah. He also, by the way, Trump was really close with what's his face, the guy that has the Nixon tattoo on his back, who is a swinger and is bisexual. So I mean, yeah, okay, all right, uh, yeah, absolutely, Big Brain, it was. All right, so guys, the first thing I want to talk about is because Trump is in fact meeting with Orban as we speak. Um, Do we have any Europeans here? Europeans are probably more familiar with Orban than a lot of Americans are, but um, really unpleasant guy. And there has been sort of a unholy alliance between the American far right and Viktor Orban for a while. And the Republican Party oftentimes has like Orban lunatics come and speak at Republican conventions and things like that. Like it's a weird alliance. So what I thought we could do first here, I do have a Kahoot for us to do. Um, uh, hello, SoCal. Yeah, so folks, everyone who's coming in here, hello, Meowsword. Everyone who's coming in here, no, so Hungary. You're thinking Erdogan, Doug. So Erdogan is Turkey. Orban. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, Orban is like similar to Erdogan. Um, and they're all kind of similar to Trump too. I see what you're saying now. Yeah. Um, and So I'm starting really early today, folks. I know I'm repeating myself for everyone who just came in because I can't stream terribly late today because I'm gonna have to go to dinner with family. So I decided to start a bit early. We are waiting here. Ooh, Mauser, did you send that in reactions? Could you? That'd be interesting to watch at some point. Okay. Uh, so let us quickly. What I want to do first here. Uh, I know I don't blame you, Matt Saigai. It's very shiny. My skin is. Um, I have a uh, while we're waiting to see if Trump comes out to talk with Orban. Um, I did want to watch a video here. Hello, Dolly Boy. Okay. Okay. So audio. What's wrong with the audio? Something wrong with the audio? Um, oh, I got you, Mauser. Okay. So, oh, I got you. Okay. So, this is just a quick little, because it's a Friday, I think we should look at some good news. We should look at some good news. And the good news is that Trump's doing well. How about you, Dolly Boy? The good news is that, yeah, look at that fat neck, right, Meowzord? The good news is that Trump's approval ratings are like in the dumpster, like they are crashing quickly. It also came out yesterday, folks, that a lot of the people that voted for the governor of Virginia were actually Trump voters. Uh, Now, obviously, I'm very, what's the term? Uh, I'm very cautious about getting too excited about anything. But if a bunch of rural Trump voters did, in fact, uh, vote for a Democrat in the gubernatorial election, that's a good sign. Um, as you know, Trump's tariffs have been very hard on American farmers, and a lot of those formerly Trump votes came from rural areas that suddenly voted for the female Democratic governor. That's pretty crazy. So that's a good sign. So let's just watch this. I have not seen it. This is it's TLDR, which I believe is from the UK. And it's him trying to explain why Trump's approval rating is falling so fast. I haven't seen it, but we'll see what it is. All right.
by
And
presidential
by the way, I'm keeping an eye on the background to see if Trump comes out to speak.
standards. In his first term, his approval ratings were worse than any of his predecessors, and his second term originally looked likely to follow a similar pattern, with Trump's net approval rating declining steadily in the first 4
Almost certainly, Big Brain. I'm sure the government shutdown has something to do with it.
months. However, much to Liberals' frustration, since then, Trump's approval ratings have actually held up surprisingly well. According to Nate Silver's poll aggregator, his net approval rating has essentially hovered at around -7 since May. That is until late last month, when his approval ratings suddenly started plummeting, and are now, at the time of writing, sitting
Now, it should be noted, folks, this does kind of bother me a little bit. Which poll is he citing? There are multiple polls out there. There are, I don't know if these are polls that have been aggregated, like a bunch of polls whose numbers have been averaged out. So unless he explains just where he got the information, we got to be a bit careful. He does do good work though, so I typically trust him. But just something to think about.
at a new low of about -13. So in this video, we're going to try our best to figure out what's driving this poll slump, and why it might cause more concern amongst Republicans than previous declines.
And imagine, folks, oh my God, see, I'm starting to have a little bit of hope here. Just a little bit of hope is starting to shine into the dark places in my brain. What if his tariffs get shut down by the Supreme Court, which is looking like they might? Um, that is like one of his biggest quote unquote achievements that he thinks is a big achievement that his base loves. And if that gets shut down, he's had a string of losses in a row. Anyway. No, you're right, Big Braden. Most people are blaming. No, you're right, Soup Cheese Soup. He probably won't. He doesn't typically care. But Soup Cheese, if those series of defeats would look very bad for him. It might not actually change what he does, but it's interesting. Again, I'm not having too much hope, but there are some interesting things coming around the bend.
Explore which world leaders are winning and which are losing every week with our podcast, The World Leader Leaderboard. Find it over on the TLDR Podcast YouTube channel or in your favorite podcast app. So before we get into it, a quick caveat. Because Trump's recent poll slump has been so sudden, without one specific and obvious cause, it's hard to know exactly what's driving it, and the reasons we're going to offer up here probably won't amount to a total explanation. So if you think we've missed anything, leave a comment down below. Anyway, with that caveat out the way, let's get into it. The first and most significant reason we can see is how voters' priorities have changed recently. In short, voters have started to care less about immigration and more about the economy. According to YouGov, for instance, at the start of Trump's term, immigration was essentially the joint second most important issue to voters, along with healthcare, but behind the economy. Today, however, it's fallen to fourth place, behind not only healthcare and the economy, but also civil rights, with just 7% of respondents saying it's the most important issue facing America today.
And by the way, he is in the polls, there's almost no issues he's in the positive on. I don't think he's even in the positive on and immigration anymore. Yeah, people have started paying attention to real issues, Big Braden. We'll see if it matters, but yeah.
Conversely, the percentage of Americans citing the economy as the most important issue has risen to a new high of 38%.
I wonder why.
When digging a bit deeper into the data, this seems to be mainly because more and more Americans are concerned about the state of the job market. While Americans are still concerned about inflation and prices, the percentage citing it as the most important issue has stayed relatively steady at about 22%, while the percentage of Americans concerned...
By the way, Global says Hillary and Kamala as spokespeople for Dems, including Biden, did not help the swing voters. Nor did, for example, Global, as you remember, Kamala Harris having Liz Cheney come out and stuff, right, and support her campaign. Like loony things like that. You're totally right, Global.
About jobs and the economy has risen steadily over the past year or so. This sort of maps onto the actual economic data. While inflation is still above the Federal Reserve's 2% target, it's nonetheless lower than many economists expected, given the anticipated inflationary effects of Trump's tariffs, and has hovered between 2.5% and 3% for the past year or so. Conversely, the jobs market really has got worse over the past couple of months. According to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the US economy has added an average of 25,000 jobs for the past 4 months, down from a pre-Trump average of something like 150,000. Anyway, you get the idea. Voters have started caring less about immigration and more about the economy, which sort of makes sense given the state of the jobs market. Trump was underwater on both issues, but far more so on the question of the economy than immigration. Again, according to Nate Silver's aggregator, Trump's net approval rating over his handling of immigration currently sits at about -5, making it by some distance his strongest issue. Conversely, his net approval rating when it comes to the economy sits at about -17, and when it comes to inflation specifically, this number falls to a miserable -30. This is why voters' attentional pivot away from immigration towards the economy has probably pushed down Trump's overall approval
I have
rating.
not yet, Matt Saigai.
The second potential reason, and this sort of follows on from what we were just talking about, is that polling suggests Americans have also started caring more about the threat Trump apparently poses to America's democracy and institutions.
Yeah, and like,
that YouGov polling we just mentioned, for instance, suggests that civil rights has suddenly become Americans' number 2 priority.
I wonder why. Why do we think civil rights is suddenly Americans' number 2 priority? Anything happened that may have caused that, you think? Anything?
After the economy, with 13% of voters citing it as their top priority. A CNN SSRS poll released earlier this week found something similar. The economy was again the top issue, indicated by 47% of respondents. But in second place was the state of democracy, which 26% of respondents cited as the most important issue facing America. We're not 100% sure why more Americans have suddenly started caring about the state of American democracy. Trump has put pretty much continual pressure on America's institutions since taking office. But it might plausibly have something to do with the recent No Kings protest.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that the protests were pretty popular with both Democrats and independents.
Well, that's kind of weird. Why? Maybe, I mean, he doesn't live in the U.S. Maybe, I don't think he does. But he's like, why are people wondering about the state of American democracy suddenly? Well, that's kind of a dumb question. I'm sorry, it just is, if you could look around. But, okay. I don't know if it was just the No Kings protest that did that.
Trump and his team came out swinging, with congressional Republicans like House Speaker Mike Johnson labeling them as Hate America rallies. On his Truth Social platform, Trump even posted an AI video of himself wearing a crown in a plane with the words King Trump, dropping what looked like poo on the protesters. This was one of the rare Truth Social posts that actually had some cut-through. In other words, while most of Trump's Truth Social posts only reach the most online Americans,
and that's one of the reasons, Doug, why capitalism is self-destructive, right? As you know, Doug, capitalism very self-destructive because,
to YouGov, most Americans heard about or saw Trump's AI-generated video, and they really didn't like it. This isn't the only thing that Trump's done that's had cut-through recently. His decision to tear down the White House's East Wing and build a new ballroom, for instance, has gone down badly with most Americans, as has his suggestion that the federal government should pay him $230 million in compensation for previous DOJ investigations. You get the idea. Americans have suddenly started caring more about Trump's apparent assault on America's democratic institutions, perhaps in part because of his reaction to the No Kings protest. Anyway, the third...
See, that... I know, again, this guy doesn't live in the U.S., obviously. That seems like not a very good analysis of that. They suddenly care about democracy because of the No Kings protest? I don't think so.
Potential reason is the ongoing government shutdown, which has now become the longest in US history. Polling suggests that, while there's a big partisan split, a plurality of voters, including a majority of independents, blame Republicans more than Democrats. YouGov polling from late September, for instance, found that 33% of voters blamed Republicans, while just 27% blamed the Democrats. And another YouGov poll carried out a couple of weeks later, in early October, found that, while the percentage of voters blaming Democrats had risen to 30%, the percentage blaming Republicans had risen even more, to 41%. As a final thing, we've generally ended previous videos on Trump's approval ratings by noting that, while Trump and the GOP might not be popular at the moment, the Democrats aren't
absolutely,
either.
Dolly Boy.
This is still the case. But it's worth noting, while congressional Democrats are still very unpopular by historical standards...
I think they are still blaming communists and socialists a bit, right? Don't they do that to Mamdani all the time?
The Democratic brand has nonetheless seen somewhat of a recovery in recent weeks, and Democrats outperformed the polls at Tuesday's regional elections. Again, Democrats are still unpopular by historical standards, and they enjoy at best a narrow lead over Republicans when it comes to voting intention ahead of the midterms. Nonetheless, the trend lines are now going in the wrong direction for the GOP, and it's something that Trump will want to get a handle on sooner rather than later. If you're interested in major news events like this, you'll have certainly been paying attention to what's happening in the Middle East recently, with the whole region seemingly in a state of flux.
So here we have Trump meeting with Orban. This is live. I don't know. So apparently they're about to go in, and does it just me, or does Orban look like a toad? Like he needs a lily pad or something to sit on and go, bruh, bruh. Like he just, anyway. I mean, they both kind of look toad-like. The Orban more toad-like than Trump. Trump, is kind of toad-like, but his mouth is too small to be a toad. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really getting off track here. I'm really getting off track here. So we will see. Apparently, that was kind of, I thought they'd be actually doing a thing. Apparently, he'll probably come out later and do the, apparently they'll come out later to do the press conference, okay? But there, we just saw the toad, Orban and Trump going into the White House ostensibly to sell out the American people and the people of Europe in some way, and give everything to Russia probably. I don't know. So we will see what happens there. Okay. All right. That was a great transition. It happened right as the other video ended. Oh, did someone else pass out? Look at that. They look worried. Remember yesterday during the video, someone passed out on the stream? That was kind of fun. That was kind of adventurous. Kind of gave me a thrill. I felt bad for the guy, mind you, but so that was kind of thrilling. Okay, well, they're fine. Okay. All right, so that's what's happening there. I'll keep this on in the background in case they come out to do a press conference. We might not be on when that happens. Regardless, we will see what happens. So that's that. That's his the
next issue of our magazine. This latest issue is now
okay. Yep. So that is his presentation on why Trump's approval ratings are collapsing. I know, right? That's okay. Yeah, I know, right? The Pounds Doctor. Yeah, right, Doug. It was insane, right? Like yesterday, that press conference, I was just expecting one of them to start spewing like anti-fat stuff, like being like, "I hate fat people," because that you could kind of see behind their eyes that they wanted to. Like, anyway, I don't know. In my opinion, they just wanted a chance to bash on fat people. That's what they wanted to do. Anyway, okay. All right, guys. So there's that. This is what we're gonna do now. Yeah, David. Okay. Oh, totally, SoCal. Totally. Hello. Absolutely, Dolly Boy. Right. Okay. This is. I don't know yet, Matt Sagai. Actually, I don't know what I'm eating tonight. So, for those who have come in here, we are. So, I will not be streaming as late as I normally do today, just because I have to go have dinner with family. So just to warn you, I already have the jester hat on because Alyssa donated yesterday and I didn't notice it. So I'm counting it as one of our super chats. If we get 2 more. I'll put on the caller. If we get to 5, we'll do a Q&A, except this Q&A will be me asking all of you questions, okay? Me asking, you can ask me questions too, but I get to ask all of you questions this time, all right? So yeah, you can send me money, and then I get rewarded by getting to ask you questions for you sending me money. That's a good incentive, right? That makes perfect sense. Whatever, who cares? So that's what we'll do. If we get to 5, I get to do a Q&A where I ask all of you questions, okay? We can do like these things where I'd be like, what are all of your favorite movies or whatever? And then you can type it out, and we can see who, if you want to, okay? Anyway. Or you can ask me questions. All right. So what we're going to do now is I did make a Kahoot for today, but this Kahoot we're going to be doing is just a geography Kahoot. It's not based off what we've been learning. It's just a geography Kahoot. Oh, I know, SoCal. Okay. Angali, Angali, don't you say it that way, Angali. How dare you? Okay, you're right. Okay, it's mainly I just want to learn about you guys. Okay, it probably will backfire, SoCal, but whatever. It's okay. It'll be funny if it works. So, this is Maxim furry stuff. Oh, actually, you're right, Meowser. We could do that. You know what? Maybe we'll do that, Meowser. I'll download Jackbox, and then we can do it. Okay. So, is the country off the east coast of India? Right. Okay. So, guys, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a geography Kahoot here, because it's Friday. So, it is not based off what we've learned. It is just geography Kahoot. Soup cheese. How dare you? Okay. Yeah. That's a good idea, Mauser. We'll do a Jackbox thing. How about that? If I have to download it, I have it somewhere. I think I have it in Steam, but I have to re-download it. Okay. So let's just do this. We'll see if we get a new champion today, this week. World geography, Big Braden. World geography. But Big Braden, American geography is the only thing that's important, right, Big Braden? Just kidding. Okay. So we're gonna do it this way. I'm gonna put on the music. I'll start it, and if anyone who wants to sign in to do the quiz or do the Kahoot for fun, please join up. Here we go. I'll put the link here. 1 second. I'll put the link in chat, which will allow you to access it. All right. If you want to just quickly get to it. There you go. That should do it. That's actually kind of true, Big Braid. And even we actually are. That sounds cool, man. Yeah, I like Jackbox. We'll do. Oh my God, we got a lot of folks coming in. We got Doug, we got Braden, Maxim, Laws, a SoCal. Okay. That's fair, Big Brain. Would there please? I just want, please, for the Americans and Canadians here, can we please try to win this? Oh my God, I need an American or a Canadian to win, because I am continuously humiliated by how little Americans know about geography. Please, we need an American to win. Okay, maybe not. Did you guys not get the link when I sent it? Here, I'll repost. Oh, you're right. It didn't. No, it's there. It's there. It's in the Twitch stream. It's linked in the Twitch stream. Okay. So okay, so I'll give a few more minutes here. We got 8 people. Good. Anyone else want to join? Did people over in got enough folks here? But that's okay, Oz. Oz, I know you probably know geography very well. I know you've been places, etc. It's okay, Big Brain. Yeah, I will say these are not like horribly difficult questions. They're not horribly difficult questions about geography. Matt's like, I did post the link. Oh, thank you, Mauser. Okay, I did post it. It's in there. It's in the Twitch stream. Maybe to go up a little bit, but. Okay, we got Maxim. Okay, we only got, there we go. More, yeah, eating out. There we go. Okay. All right. A couple more minutes here. Longali, yes. Okay. We don't have the reigning champion isn't here. The reigning champion. Well, actually, I think Meowsword is here. I think isn't the reigning champion Meowsword and Druzilla, or is it Druzilla and Alan? Okay. So, Dingus, I love that. Okay, one more minute. No, that's right. It was Druzilla and Alan. Okay, gotcha. So no reigning champion is here, which means you all are going to have an advantage, right? I guess. Mad Sci Guy. Okay. Screw you, Mad Sci Guy. Okay. I know, right? Big brain. I noticed that. I'm just gonna give like that is possible, Meowsword. You've been some places, Meowsword. Okay. Again, these aren't the hardest geography questions in the world. At least I don't think they are. Some of them might be a little harder, but and they're not all like, where does this place? Some of them are about like geographic features. So I just want to see how people do on it. Okay. 20 seconds. I'm going to give it 20 more seconds. Oh no, someone dropped off. Another person dropped off. Everyone's dropping off. Oh no. Everyone come back. So a few people just left. There we go. There's laws. Let's make sure people are okay. So there we go. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're starting now. Oh, there's AMA. AMA. Okay. Oh yes, Angali. So this is what we do, Angali. On either your phone, your tablet, your computer, and on the screen, a question will appear. And then on your tablet, phone, computer, whatever you're playing on, you can choose the answer you think is correct. Okay. Now, because this one is timed, so the faster you choose the right answer, the better. And it is also better if you read the question and answer it on your device, because then you'll be able to respond quicker. Because when the question appears on the screen, it might take a little, like there might be a slight time difference from when it appears on my screen and when it appears on your device. Okay, so you're just answering the questions that appear. And you'll answer them on your device. The time limit for each question is 30 seconds. The time limit for each question is 30 seconds. I'm dying. Okay. And the people who answer the most correctly and the quickest will end up winning. And then they get crowned, I don't know. King of Fools. They get crowned King of Fools till the next one, okay? All right, so here we go. All right, everyone ready? Ignore it says duplicate of real geography. Okay, everyone ready? Here we go. Okay, question 1. What is the capital city of North Korea? Here are the options. What is the capital city of North Korea? Is it Hong Kong, Seoul, Pyongyang, Ulaanbaatar? Which is it? Hong Kong, Seoul, Pyongyang, Ulaanbaatar. Again, you can. I believe you can see the questions actually on your devices. If you're having trouble seeing them on my screen, yeah, and it might actually be quicker to look at them on your screen. Okay, good. You all got it right. You all got it correct. Great job. Let's see who answered it fast enough. Right now, Braden is number 1 with 972 points. AMA number 2. Maxim number 3. Okay, so that's where we are now. Very close though. Very close scores here. Let's go on to the next one. Located between China and Russia, what country is this? Yes, it is, Meowsword. It's speed this time. What country is this? The one that has the little black line right there. What country is this? Ooh, this pink one right here in between Russia and China. I know it might be kind of hard to see. You can look at your device. It'll make it easier. I decided to make this one timed just for fun, but it'll be quicker, folks, if you look at your screens to answer the questions. There we go. 8. Mongolia is correct. It was Mongolia. Okay, Mongolia. All right. Ooh, Doug pulling up to number 2. Braden at number 1, but only by 2 points. Maxim at number 3. AMA 4. Soup Cheese at 5. Okay. Okay. This is good. This is all very close. All right, let's go. What is the capital of Canada? What is the capital of Canada? What is it? What is the capital of Canada? I know a lot of Americans who don't know the answer to this. Ooh, okay. Okay. All right. So Ottawa is the correct answer. Ottawa. You'll notice, folks, that a lot of folks got that wrong. Okay. A lot of folks got that wrong. I am not surprised. I know a lot of people who get that. I know a lot of Americans, especially, who get that wrong. Ottawa is the capital of Canada. I have seen people before answer Montreal. Okay. Let's see here. Oof. Okay. Maxim at number 1. Maxim, you're up in first place. Eating Out has a streak of 3. Great job, Matt Saigai. Dingus at 3. Oh my gosh, all the numbers are moving around. And Braden at 4. Doug at 5. Okay. Oof. All right. Well, there you go, Maxim. I'm glad you know, okay? Located off the coasts of Lebanon and Turkey, what is this island nation? Right here. This little island nation right here, this cute little island nation. You can see AMA down here waving at you from Cairo. Okay. Though I don't know if AMA is even there anymore, but okay. All right. Right, what do we think? I don't even know if you're in Cairo, but anyway. What do we think? This little island right here. Okay. Oh, all of you got it. Wow, we got some good folks in here. You all know. That would be Cyprus. Okay. Cyprus. Yeah. Okay. All right. Ooh, Braden back to number 2. Maxim still number 1. Dingus at number 3. Eating Out number 4. AMA at 5. Okay. All right. Next one here. True or false? Amsterdam is the capital city of the Netherlands. True or false? Amsterdam is the capital city of the Netherlands. Amsterdam. Is it the capital city of the Netherlands? I love the Netherlands. I've been there. Okay. They have really good chocolate. Don't try the mustard soup, though. Ooh, half and half. It is indeed the capital of the Netherlands. Amsterdam being the capital of the Netherlands. It is. So that is true. We got half and half there, right and wrong. I get that. I get why you might get that one wrong, though. Like, there's a lot of important cities in the Netherlands. Mustard soup cheese is not as good as cheese soup, but it is just literally soup made of mustard. It's really gross. I don't like it. Anyway, Maxim, number 1. Okay, Dingus pulling ahead to number 2. Good job, Dingus. Eating Out, number 3. Braden at 4. SoCal at 5. Braden, why does your little emoji thing look so sad? Look at that. Like it's depressed looking. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's really sad. Okay, anyway. Maxim has a streak with 5 correct answers in a row. Great job, Maxim. Great job. Okay. Here we go. Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world, is located in what mountain range? Is it the Himalayas? Is it the Sierra Nevada? Jesus. Is it the Andes or is it the Alps? Where is it located? What is the name of that mountain range? What is the name? No, soup cheese. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry, Angali. That's okay. Next time, though, Angali. Next time. Okay. Good. Almost all of you got it. It would be the Himalaya Mountains. Okay, the Himalayan mountain range. Okay. So that's the Himalayas. Okay. A lot of folks, by the way, they're actually having an issue there now because there's so many tourists going. They're leaving all this trash all along the trail and stuff, and a lot of people die. Anyway, Maxim still number one. We need someone here to catch Maxim. Shouldn't have. You're right, Malzer. It embodies. Maxim. Someone needs to catch Maxim. Okay. I mean, I support you winning, Maxim. I'm just saying. Eating out number 2, Dingus number 3, Braden number 4, and Doug number 5, pulling up back into the top 5. Eating out has a streak with 6 correct answers in a row. Okay. Antarctica is the driest continent on Earth. True or false? Antarctica is the driest continent on Earth. True or false? This, by the way, would be in terms of rainfall or snowfall or whatever. Okay. Antarctica. Okay. True or false? Antarctica is the driest continent on Earth. Unfortunately, folks, I know. Hey, folks, remember, I'm a teacher. I know what people think about true or false. I know that most people will automatically think it's false, right? No, it's true. It's true. Antarctica is the driest continent on Earth. Okay. I tricked all of you. Okay. I win. I'm the winner of this quiz. Okay. So 3 of you got it correct. Okay. It is that one probably culled the herd a little bit. It's basically a very cold desert. So that would be Antarctica. Okay. That good. We move people around a bit. Maxim's still number 1, though. Maxim's still number 1. Dingus number 2. Eating out 3. Doug up to 4. Sad Braden. Oh, Braden's so sad. So is Eating out. They're so sad. Their little faces are so sad. Okay. All right. Maxim still has the highest answer streak. Okay. Okay. True or false? It is possible for you to walk from Dublin, Ireland to London, England. It is possible to walk from Dublin, Ireland to London, England. It is possible to walk from Dublin, Ireland to Dublin, England. I'm sorry, London, England. Is it possible to walk from Dublin, Ireland to London, England? Okay, it is false, folks. It is false. See, that's another tricky one. It is false, right? You cannot, there is no land connection between Ireland and the UK unless you're a zombie and you can walk underwater. You cannot walk. Okay. Now, it could be said that you could walk from the UK to France, I guess, if you take the tunnel underneath the channel, but you can't really do it at all in there. Okay. Oh, I like these tricky ones. Yeah, unless you're Jesus and can walk over the Irish Sea. All right. So Dingus is Dingus is to number 1. Dingus, good job, Dingus. Yeah. I got you, big brain. Okay. Dingus. Oh, Maxim. Maxim, you're losing your spot here. Okay. Dingus, Maxim, Eating out, Doug, and Soup Cheese. Soup Cheese back in the top 5. Okay. Maxim. Oh, look at Maxim's face. It's so sad. These are depressing. Okay, let's go. The world's most popular art museum and home of the Mona Lisa, the Louvre, is located in what capital city? Where is the Louvre? Where is the Louvre? In your defense, Alyssa, I started super early. Okay. Okay. So this, what is it? Madrid, Paris, Prague, Stockholm. You did, Maxim? Excellent. Yeah. It is. Isn't it, Maxim? It's so small. Correct. Most of you got it right. It would be Paris, France. Recently, someone stole a bunch of jewels from the Louvre. And Maxim's right. If you ever get to see the Mona Lisa in person, it's tiny. It's not that big. We tend to think of it as big because we've always seen it blown up, but it's not that large of a portrait. Anyway, so the correct answer here is Paris, France. Sorry. Quickly. I clicked the wrong button. Located off the coast of Mozambique, what is this island nation? Sorry, that was very fast. What is this island nation that is being pointed to? What is that island nation? Off the coast of Africa. You're just gonna say Cuba for every island you see, Meowsword? Soup cheese. All right, good job. Yep, it would be Madagascar. Laws, you're doing really well, by the way. I'm seeing you answer all these correct. Yeah, it would be Madagascar, right? I like to move it, move it. Okay. All right. So we see who's ahead now. I forgot to do this last time. Dingus is still number 1. Maxim, number 2. Maxim could still pull ahead here. Eating out 3. Doug, and then soup cheese. Okay. Next one here. What is the capital city of Egypt? What is the capital city of Egypt? AMA, you better get this right, AMA. I'll come after you, AMA, if you don't get it right. In a loving way, of course. That sounded like a threat. Anyway. Okay. Okay, capital city of Egypt. Look at that skyline, by the way. Isn't that beautiful? You can see the pyramids in the background. Yeah, right, soup, cheese, soup. It's right there. They're right there. Okay, good job. Almost all of you got it. That would be Cairo. Cairo, the capital city of Egypt. Very large city, massive city. I sounded like Trump. Very large city, massive city, big city. Okay. Okay, we're still Dingus is still ahead now. Dingus, Maxim eating out Doug soup cheese. Huge city. Okay. All right. Looks like we're stagnant right now on the scores. Okay, which of these countries is not part of the Middle East? Which of these countries is not considered a part of the Middle East? Is it Iran, I should say, Jordan, Afghanistan, or Saudi Arabia? Now, this is, well, I don't know if this is a fair question, I gotta say, because you can define it differently, but, okay. But it is kind of fair, actually. Correct. Afghanistan. Afghanistan is part of Western Asia. It's not the Middle East. So that's a bit of a harder one. So yeah, that would be West. So that would be Afghanistan. Okay. All right. Maxim, excellent. Maxim, back to number 1. Back to number 1. And it was kind of a hard one, Big Brain. I will say Dingus at number 2. Dingus, you better catch up with Maxim now. Eating out soup cheese. AMA back in the top 5. Okay. All right. Or I'm not West Asia, Matt Saiga. I didn't mean that. I mean like it's not part of the Middle East. It's not considered part of the Middle East or whatever. Okay. Okay. On what island in the Pacific Ocean can these statues be found? Me too, Alyssa. I'll do it different last time. I thought it would be fun to do it with the speed one this time, just for shits and giggles. Oh no, I know, Matt Saiga. I know. Okay. All right. On what island in the Pacific can these statues be found? All right. So, yes, you all got it right. It's Easter Island. It's Easter Island. Okay. Exactly, Big Brain. And that's why I'm like, it's kind of an unfair question because the Middle East is more of a concept, and different people define it differently. Most standard, like, geographer type folks will say that it doesn't include Afghanistan, but like, it's a made up concept. It's all in Asia in the end, right? Except for Egypt. Egypt is not in Asia and it is part of the Middle East. So, okay. All right. Okay, Maxim, still number one. You're right, Big Brain. Okay. Still number one is Maxim. Number two is Dingus. Three, Eating Out, Soup Cheese, AMA. Okay. All right. In the end, it's all made up, right, Big Brain? Technically, there is no Asia either. It's all Eurasia. It's one giant continent with Europe. Which of these is not a real Australian place? This is hard, okay? I did this on purpose just for fun. Which of these is not a real name of a real place in Australia? Useless Loop, Ding-a-Ding, Cave of Doom, Banana. Which of these is not a real place? Yeah, this I just thought was kind of fun to do. Only one of them is not a real place. Yep. So, Cave of Doom is the correct answer. Okay. All of you got it wrong except for one person. Cave of Doom is not a real thing. All right. But Useless Loop, Ding-a-Ding, and Banana are all real places. Okay. I just thought it was funny. Kind of a trick one there. Oh, Dingus, back to number one. Okay, there's a place in Nova Scotia called Dildo, and I think that's hilarious. That is hilarious, Big Braden. That is hilarious. I know. I want the Cave of Doom to be real. We need to name something Cave of Doom. Okay. All right. What is the capital city of India? What is the capital city of India? What is the capital city of India? Ooh, is it Surat, Bengaluru, Mumbai, or is it New Delhi? Bodega? Jesus, Meowsword. Okay. Yes. Good. Most of you got it. New Delhi. Okay, New Delhi. Very large city, extremely large city. New Delhi. Okay, let's see here. That would be Dingus had. Oh, Eating Out is now number two. Maxim. Okay. Dingus number one. Eating Out number two. Maxim number three. Soup Cheese 4. Doug 5. Okay. Dingus has a streak of 3 correct. Who is Dingus, by the way? I don't even know who Dingus is. Is Dingus Meowsword? I feel like that sounds like a Meowsword kind of name, maybe. Yeah. All right. Constructed from 1922 to 1931, the statue Christ the Redeemer can be found overlooking what city? Ooh. What is it, folks? What city can Christ the Redeemer be found? Welcome, Marie, to the chat, okay? You guys, you got it. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Okay. Brazil. Okay. I love that statue. It's so cool looking. All right. Good job. Yeah, you're right, Big Brain. All right. So who? Oh, okay. We still got Dingus, Eating Out, Maxim as the top 3. Okay. All right. What is the capital city of Germany? Flat out, what is the capital city of Germany? What is Germany's capital? Looks like people know this one pretty quickly, it looks like. And no problem, Marie. Good job, Marie. You got that last one right. Okay. Yeah, okay. Most of you got that one right. That would be Berlin. Berlin. Good job. I see a lot of folks in the chat too got it right. Laws got it. Marie got it. Okay. Angali got it. Excellent. Okay. Okay, here we go. So Dingus, Maxim, back to number 2. Maxim and Dingus really fighting it out here. Okay. Which of the following cities is not one of the 5 most populous cities in the United States? So which of these cities is not one of the 5 most populous cities in the United States? New York, Chicago, Dallas, Houston. Oh. No cheating. No, all you out there are cheating probably. Soup cheese. Good. Okay, most of you got it. Dallas. Dallas is not um one of the top 5 cities. I believe it's 8 or 9, so it's still up in the top 10, I believe, but it's not in the top 5. The other ones are LA is up there also. Phoenix is also, I think it goes Phoenix, it goes New York, Chicago. No, or I don't know. New York, LA, Chicago, Houston, Phoenix. I think those are yeah. Yeah, okay, anyway. So most of you got that right. Okay, eating out now at number 2. Eating out at number 2. Ding is still at number 1. Maxim down to number 3. Yeah, that was my, I guess it shows you my hyper-Americanism that I had that question, I guess. Anyway. All right. Quiz. What is the longest river in the world? 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 Okay, I see some... Angali, that's funny. Okay, the Yangtze. I see denial. I see Marie has an answer. Laws has an answer. I'm sorry, folks. The correct answer is actually the Nile River. The Amazon is the largest in terms of... It's like the largest river basin, I guess. It's huge. But the Nile is the longest for being just one river, if that makes sense, okay? Yeah, the Amazon has a lot more water than the Nile, that's for sure. So it is kind of confusing. Yeah, and it's okay. Like this one, I kind of did as a trick question. You see a bit about half and half. Half you got it right, half you got it wrong. Okay. Next here, okay. So Dingus now at number 1. It's still at number 1. Eating out number 2. AMA pulling up to 4. Well, you'd better, AMA. You should know about the Nile, right? Okay, I'm sorry. I keep going after you, AMA, because of the Egypt stuff. My apologies. Okay. We got soup cheese at number 5. Okay, let's continue here. We got, I think, one more question. Is this the last? Yep, this is the last question. Which of the following is not a country included in the United Kingdom? Which of the following is not a country? Now, this could be tricky just because, well, I'm sure Louise could explain why it's kind of a trick question, right? But think about specific, right? Specific. I am not... Marie has an answer. Angali has an answer. The answer is Ireland, okay? The answer is Ireland. Now, this is kind of a trick. This is kind of a trick because Northern Ireland is part of it, but it is called Northern Ireland. Okay, so you can see, so again, it can be kind of confusing. The North remembers, right? Okay. Good job, Marie got it. Laws got it. Yeah, okay. So, but it is like Ireland itself is not part of the UK, okay? I hope there's no Irish folks around that. Anyway, they'd see that. Anyway. Okay. I don't want to restart the troubles here. Okay. Let's go here. Well, and by the way, we're going to do a stream sometime. We're going to do a stream sometime on the troubles. Really, Louise, that's awesome. Okay. All right. So at third place, AMA coming in third. Eating out number 2. And Dingus number 1. Who's Dingus? I'm guessing Meowzord. That sounds like a Meowzord thing. Right? Is that Meowzord? Right? I didn't have to ask a question. Okay. Because you guys keep... Oh, I got it. Okay, this is funny. Is that... Okay, that's fair, Mithril. You guys know... I know there's a lot of crap. I mean, there's a lot of stuff involved with the stuff in Ireland and stuff. I don't want to. I have no political investment in any of that. Okay, so if I use the bad phrase, Louise, what do you mean? You didn't have to ask a question about what, Louise? Forgive me. What do you mean? Okay. One more time. I only have 4. Okay. You wanted American to represent, so I wanted to. Thank you, Meowsword. So Meowsword is an American, so thank God. Oh, for once, an American wins a geography quiz. Okay, God. With all my love out there for all the non-Americans out there. Okay, I just was desperate because Americans aren't very good at geography. Okay, so this is great. I'm going to take a screenshot here. Okay. Screenshot. All right, done. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So, I guess I can never truly be a Brit in the eyes of CR. You are a Brit, Matt Psycho. What are you talking about? You said you're going to ask your followers a question. You don't have to ask me now. I answered one vol. Oh, you know what, Louise? That's a good point. Thank you, Louise. Thank you. Okay. For a second there, Louise, I thought I had upset you with one of my questions about Ireland and the UK, because I know there's a lot of tension over there, but forgive me. Okay. I know I'm being okay. But I get what you're saying now. Okay. These are all the places you want to conquer. Okay. What is this? We're chatting about colonization and conquest now. Okay. American against fear. Americans aren't good. Okay. I know, Louise, but that was my biased American perspective. I'm like, oh, this person from the UK is offended. Anyway. Okay. All right. Americans aren't much good at much else other than colonization. Well, okay. Sorry. I'm just reading here. These are some good chats here. CR's chat encourages neocolonialism. Soup, you're all traitors, you know that? Cheese Soup saying colonization is amazing. And so is capitalism. You make me sick, Cheese Soup. Good, AMA. I'm glad. Glad you got them right, AMA. I was discriminating against you, AMA. There we go. Okay. So, real fast, folks. So let's see if Trump has come on now. If he has, God help us all. I doubt he has. Yep, nope. We're still waiting for the orange Mussolini to come out. Please monitor our website for upcoming details. Yep, so he's not going to come out for a while. Okay. I'll turn off the music from the game here. This is great, though. We also got to claim our rewards. We got to claim our rewards. Well, our trivia stage got bigger. Ooh, and 41% correct answers, folks. Thank you, Maxim. Welcome to Kahootopia. Yay. Yeah, he's still in the Reichstag, right, Big Braden? Back to basics. Okay, we get it. Okay, this is all just stuff trying to mess with our dopamine so that we come back and play. Okay, all right. Okay, guys, so that was that. All right. So, right, outer signal. Where is the Kahootopia island list? What do you mean, Soup Cheese? The Kahootopia island list? Oh, I get it. You mean like the Epstein list. It took me a moment. Well, there isn't one. What do you mean? There's no Epstein list. What do you mean there's no Epstein list? We've released everything. We've released everything already. There's no Epstein list. Anyway. Okay. So what we got here? Well, we are all the wealthy billionaires. That's why we love colonization. You guys are monsters. Okay, you're all monsters. The only good person here right now is Marie, who hasn't made any pro-colonization or imperialism comments. Okay, and Louise. Louise hasn't done it either. Okay. Okay. AMA hasn't done it either. Okay, so I'm trying to now make sure I get everyone. Uh, okay. Okay. So the rest of you are all awful. Okay, I'm just kidding. Soon Trump pardon. Oh, no doubt, Marie. I mean, come on. He would gladly do that because he's a monstrous fool. So you're from Norway, Marie. We actually did you say you're from Norway, Marie? I asked Marie because we have someone else here, a person who's a regular here who's also from Norway. Yeah, so I'm sure you are a great lover of our glorious fascist leader over here, aren't you, Marie? I'm sure all the folks over there in Norway just love our monstrous orange colored dictator, don't you, Marie? Anyway, okay. Uh, yeah, oh, I'm sure you do, Marie. Sure you do. Okay. Anyway, all right. So, all right, folks. Okay, so we got some other things we can do. um, uh, oh, I know, Doug. But hey, but we do have we got Trump in charge, which is humiliating, and he's a horrific human being. Anyway, and I just want him to disappear. Let's put it that way. Okay, so folks, some other things to do now. By the way, Meowzord is now the king of fools. Do you like my bony hand, folks? Ooh, don't worry. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Shh. Okay, so Meowzord is now the king of fools for doing that. By the way, if we get 2 more super chats or 400 bits over on Twitch, I will put on the jester collar. We already got the jester hat on, and then if we get to 5, I'll do the Q&A where I ask all of you questions, and yeah. There we go. There's that. Now we can actually let's see what else we can do. So I was originally thinking that we could watch something about Viktor Orban, who Trump is meeting today, because the two, I mean, they're basically just. You're always the princess, AMA. What do you mean? You don't even have to ask that, AMA. You are the princess. Okay. And by the way, Matt Saiga, and of course you are the queen, Matt Saiga. You are the queen too, Matt Saiga. Um, I approve that nomination, Meowzord. I approve that nomination. I'd say Fox symbol or Fox emblem. Outer signal can be the deputy mayor. Okay, so we have some recommendations here over on Twitch. I wanted to watch for those that are on here who haven't been here before. Please join. I know, Marie. I know you aren't like that in Norway. I know. Orban's a monstrous fool. Okay, let's put it that way. So we are a democratic cult, Big Braden. So I want for those that aren't in our Discord, please join our Discord. We have a great growing community on there. You can send things for me to react to. I also am kind of OCD, and I really want us to get to 150 followers because right now we're at like how many are we at right now? We're at like 147. We just need 3 more to get a nice even 150. So I'm going to paste it here. Here we go. Please. Join our Discord if you haven't already. We have a great community on there, literally the best I've ever been. And I'm not just saying that because it's our community. It really is nice. I think people here would agree. Yeah, so please join that. So what we're going to do now, let's see what we can react to here. I got some great recommendations over here on Discord. I'm going to go in here and see what we can react to. Okay. I saw a good one earlier here. Oh, that would be interesting. This is from Macy. Well, Macy's not here. You know what? This looks good for a Friday. This looks good for a Friday. I don't know who sent it. I didn't even read it.
This is why I switched to injection-free weight
Oh,
loss.
you know what? I don't want. Give me a second here, folks. So, here is something we could watch. We'll watch this. This is a video about fascism in video games of some sort. Here it is. Okay, it was always about the right politics in video games. Okay, I believe I'm not. I think that's what it's about. Okay, so let's Marie, thank you so much, Marie. Really, gosh, Marie, that's great, Marie. Thank you very much for sending me that. I was at 59. Forgive me, Marie. What's is it Kroner? I'm not but anyway, thank you, Marie, very much for that donation there. Okay, I will put on the jester collar now. Okay. All right. Thank you, Marie, getting us going here with the donation. Okay. So again, folks, now that Marie sent that generous donation here, if we were to do the next thing, if we get to 5, we will do a Q&A where I'll ask you guys questions, okay? Since the last one was you asking me questions, all right? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Marie. I'm sorry. Okay. We do a quiz though, Marie. Every other Friday. We do this like it's kind of yeah, it's a regular thing we do. So feel free to come back. Thank you so much, Marie. Okay. All right. So here we go, guys. Let's watch this real fast. I'm curious about it. Oh, that's very interesting, Mithro. I'm curious about that. I know I keep pausing, folks. There's a lot of good comments. When Christians don't respect my request to not pray for them, I tell them I added to their name. Oh my God, Doug and Jesus. Okay. Thank you, Marie. Okay. By the way, Marie, I really want to come visit Norway sometime. So yeah. Anyway, I might when you come back, I might seek your advice on places to visit. Okay. Anyway, so let's go here. So let's talk about this, okay? In our continuous fight against fascism here on the channel, let us see what we got going on here. I also have Trump on in the background. If he ends up coming on, so we can make fun of him while he's speaking, we will do that. I don't. It doesn't appear as though he'll be coming on anytime soon. Let me actually find just another thing here to see when he comes on, so we can jest him. Trump live, and then we'll watch this video. I'm very curious about it.
The country that it would be impossible to lose an election.
Oh, okay. Wait, he is on now. He is on now. Oh, good God. Okay, well, this is perfectly timed. Let's watch the Orange Mussolini. The Toad, as I call him, the Viktor Orban. Okay, here we go. All right. Yeah, I think it looks really old. All right, here we go. Everyone ready? So, by the way, both of these folks are fascists, essentially. Orban's a monster. Trump's a monster. They really ought to bring a condom to this meeting because God knows what they'll end up doing during it or after it. Wow, had us on a whack stream. Okay, so here we go.
Say a few words.
Right.
Thank you.
I don't want to hear from goddamn Orban. Why don't you go get on your knees for Putin somewhere? Okay. Alan.
And good to be back after 6 years, anyway, again, to see you here.
Yeah, here we go.
We have met last time. The reason why we are here to open a new chapter between the bilateral relation of the United States and Hungary, basically because during the Democrat administration, everything was ruined. So after your leaving president, everything was basically blocked, ruined, cancelled, a lot of harm done by the previous administration. In the last 10 months, President, what you have done, we are very much grateful for that.
God, here we go. I'm sorry, Mithril. I'm sorry.
You improved the bilateral relation. You repair what was done badly by the previous administration. So now we are.
Look at that. Oh my God, you're right, Mithril. He's just glazing him left and right.
Let's say a golden age between United States and Hungary, and we have plenty of
cheese soup. I would not be surprised.
Economic cooperation,
right,
cooperation, and political cooperation. And the main issue, probably, President, you know, we are neighboring Ukraine, which is in war. It's the most important issue for us, and we would like to discuss with you how we can contribute to help you in your peace efforts.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure. He'll be like, "Oh, you know what you should do? You should just give everything to Russia." That's how they want to help. Probably. That's probably what Ukraine. That's probably what Hungary wants to do. They just want to be like, "Hey, You know, we should help you in your peace accords. You know what we think you should do? Just give Putin everything.
That needed your help, and you've taken a lot of them in your country.
Yeah.
Everybody
Oh my God, you're right, Meowsword.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we do our best.
Thank you very much.
Did he just say that? I'm sorry. I know this isn't live. It is live, but we started a bit late, so.
We would like to discuss with you how we can contribute to help you in your peace efforts.
And you've taken a lot of Ukrainians.
You're right, Meowsword. He said you've taken a lot of Ukraine. It's almost like he's confessing. He knows that Orban is on Putin's side.
That needed your help, and you've taken a lot of them in your country, and everybody appreciates that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we do our best.
Thank you very much. Any questions, please?
Oh, God, here we go.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Orban has requested an exemption as it relates to oil that is coming from Russia. Is that something that you are prepared?
I'm sorry. Do you notice how there's not a single woman sitting at this table? Okay. Anyway, it just seems so obvious to me. Anyway.
May I ask Mr. Orban a question in regards to that very issue?
Sure. We're looking at it because it's very difficult for him to get the oil and gas from other areas. As you know, they don't have the advantage of having sea. It's a great country. It's a big country, but they don't have sea. They don't have the ports. And so they have a difficult problem. There's another country that has that same problem, by the way. But when you look at what's happened with Europe, many of those countries, they don't have those problems, and they buy a lot of oil and gas from Russia. And as they know, I'm very disturbed by that because we're helping them, and they're going and buying oil and gas from Russia. So,
that is good, Marie. I am very glad to hear that.
More accurately, if you talked about many European countries, not Hungary necessarily, because Hungary is in a different position, but many European countries are buying oil and gas from Russia. And they have been for years. And I say, what's that all about, right?
It's too subject.
So that will be one of the issues for today, to explain clearly what would be the consequences for the Hungarian people and for the Hungarian economy not to get oil and gas from Russia because...
Again, guys, like Orban's mouth, I swear, he looks like a toad. Am I wrong? Like, he looks like a giant toad. Like, I'm just waiting. You're right, Meowsword, and they're all white men. But I'm just waiting for him to like jump up on a lily pad and be like, nah, nah. Like he just looks anyway.
We are supplied by pipelines. Pipeline is not an ideological or political issue. It's a physical reality because we don't.
Yes, Meowsword, that
exactly
toad.
As the president explained to you. So we will negotiate on that point. It's vital for us anyway.
Mr. Orban, there are two pipelines, as I understand it. There's a pipeline from Ukraine and there's a pipeline from Croatia. And my understanding is that the pipeline from Croatia can provide all of Hungary's energy needs. As a result, why would you need an exemption if that's the case?
So when we discuss that issue, you should separate the gas and the oil. On the gas issue, which is very important for us, 90% of the Hungarian households based on heating system based on gas. So we have only one pipeline delivering gas to Hungary, which is the main pipeline, the Turkish one. What we got from Croatia is a very small volume supplementary gas pipeline. Okay, that's gas. Oil is another issue. So oil is coming from the Druzhba pipeline, which is the main supply, and that is a...
By the way, folks, just look at all the gold plating and crap in the White House, because Trump obviously trying to mimic the Palace of Versailles, and we know what happened after that. Anyway,
one, which is the
yeah, he did. He literally got a crown from South Korea.
Supplementary pipeline.
Cheese soup.
We would like to convince the Croatian government to enlarge it and make it possible to deliver more. Under these circumstances, it cannot be the main pipeline. It's just supplementary. But later on, with some big investments, it could serve better the interest of Hungary.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. Many people see this meeting not just as an encounter between two countries, but as the symbol of the strengthening of a new conservative...
You're right, I should have. He should be wearing that crown. Yeah, that was sort of an insult from the Koreans. Like in a good... I'm not blaming them. It was a clever insult.
Orban stand up to Brussels bureaucracy and the globalist agenda.
Are you from Hungary?
Yes, I am.
Golden age, right, Marie?
The fact is that he's a great leader, and he's respected all over. Not necessarily like some of the leaders, but
who?
Those leaders are proven to be wrong. if you look at his stance on immigration and other things.
Oh, yeah. He's saying that for the Europeans in chat. Is that true? Is Orban a loved by everyone everywhere? Is that true? Because from what I know, right? From what I know, okay. It is not the case, right? Even Marie just mentioned even his own people aren't very happy with him. Okay.
If you look at Europe, they've made tremendous mistakes on immigration. It's really hurting them very badly. He has not made a mistake on immigration. So he's respected by everybody. He's liked by some. And I can tell you, I like and respect.
My God.
I'm a double. I like
this is
and
hilarious.
respect him. And that's the way Hungary is being led. They're being led properly. And that's why he's going to be very successful in his upcoming election.
Yes, it has been, Israel. It's been under EU sanctions.
May I have a comment on that? Language is important because the Anglo-Saxon terminology is different from the European one. So to use categories can create some misunderstanding. So I would like to be clear as much as we can. We are the only government in Europe which consider itself as a modern Christian government. All the other governments
I know
in
you
Europe
do.
are basically
That shouldn't be a brag, right? We're the only ones that consider ourselves a modern Christian government. Like, God, like it reminds me of like the 30 Years War type shit, right? Like, anyway.
Leftist governments. So we try to do something from 2010 which is different from what the others are doing, even at the philosophical level and at the level of practice as well, as just the president described it, like migration. So we are kind of a special island of difference in a liberal ocean in Europe, and we consider ourselves as a modern Christian government. That's the proper category to describe what we are doing.
To both of you.
I don't love the propaganda.
We're talking, but
right.
We'll report on that later. Meetings with Putin. We were talking about that with Victor. He understands Putin and knows him very well. And I feel that, I'm going to let you say what you think, but I think that Victor feels we're going to get that war ended in the not-too-distant future. Victor, do you want to talk about that?
I'm strongly convinced. So the question is whether we Westerners are unified or not.
Interesting, Marie.
The problem is that the president has huge peace efforts, which are just splendid and very positive for the European continent and all the peoples of Europe. But at the same time, we are not unified because Brussels and the Europeans has a different approach to the war. So the only pro-peace government is the United States government and the small Hungary in Europe anyway.
That is not the right framing of that. Only the U.S. and us, we are the only ones who want peace in Ukraine. You see, other people want peace in Ukraine too, but they want a just peace in Ukraine, right? Orban has pretty much aligned himself with Putin somewhat, not completely, but like. All right, and so okay.
All the other governments prefer to continue the war because many of them think that Ukraine can win on the front line, which is a misunderstanding of the situation. So
okay. How do I put this? I agree. Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this. I agree with him. I agree with him that I don't think Ukraine can win in the long run, but that is not what he wants, right? That does that mean I think that Russia should get what it wants? No. Okay. Anyway, and the reason he's saying that is because he wants Russia basically to succeed, or at least he's kind of on Putin's side, kind of. I'm exaggerating, but okay.
So it's a complicated issue. We will discuss it. It requests not just 2 minutes to respond to your question, but rather than our lecture. Sorry, not to continue more.
To both of you.
So you would say that Ukraine cannot win that war?
Right.
Miracle can happen.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh my God, what an asshole. Like, and by the way, folks, the people of Ukraine should be able to make this decision for themselves. This is what bothers me is like, if they want to keep fighting, I don't blame them. It's their country. They're the ones who are victims of imperialism. Okay. But then all these people trying to it's up to them. Okay. So again, folks, I don't have a monopoly on truth when it comes to the war in Ukraine. I suspect that they cannot win in the long term. but there's so much fog of war going on there. And you all know I deeply support Ukraine. That's why I have their flag on the back wall here. Okay. But I don't see it working out in the long term, but I also don't want Putin to get what he wants. At the same time, I suspect that Ukraine will probably end up having to give up some territory, unfortunately. Maybe we'll talk about it on stream sometime. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I supporting Ukraine, okay? Right, exactly. Ballas, forgive me. Yeah, like he did that all the way back then. He's saying no one wins in the war. Okay, but again, I can't stand Orban. He isn't doing this because he cares about Ukraine or cares about ending loss of life. He's doing it because, Marie, that is fair. Again, I don't have a monopoly on truth about whether Ukraine can win. From what I've seen of looking at, you're totally right, but Ballas, you're absolutely right. Okay, yeah, he's been saying it since the beginning. So I've kept a close eye on the war in Ukraine. And right now, here's the thing, folks. Okay, let me take a step back. And again, we can all disagree on this because war has a lot of fog of war. We can't be really sure fully what is happening on the ground or within those countries because of secrecy and things like that. The demands right now being made by Ukraine are that they want the territory back that Russia has taken. And Russia wants the rest of those oblasts that they are currently invading, right? I do not see how it is possible for Ukraine to take back by force the territories that Russia is currently occupying. They don't have the manpower. They haven't been able to do any significant offensive campaigns against Russian positions for a while now. Russia is slowly gaining ground, though they are, as Marie said, massively losing materials, supplies, men. Okay, I get the impression it'll end in sort of a stalemate type situation. But in that case, I don't suspect that Ukraine will be able to get back the territories that Russia's currently occupying. So I suspect, in my opinion, that Putin will have to make some concessions. He will have to give up on his attempt to seize the rest of those territories. And then I'm worried that Ukraine will also have to give up on taking back the territories that Russia has taken. But again, I am not. That is just my theory. I deeply support Ukraine. I don't want them to lose anything. But we'll see. We'll see. And you all can have a different opinion on that. Again, war is kind of hard to calculate. And I support still sending weapons and stuff to Ukraine even now. Okay, because I think it should be up to them when they want to stop resisting. If that makes sense. Okay, I totally support sending them weapons still.
Thank you, Mr. President. What is your message to the EU? Because from Hungary and the EU want to impose their war policies on Hungary. What is your message?
Well, I think they should respect Hungary and respect this leader very, very strongly because he's been right on immigration. Look what's happened to Europe with the immigration. They have people flooding Europe all over the place, and it's hurting it. It's the crime rates are way up. A lot of bad things are happening. His crime rates are very low. They're the same as they always were, which is very little crime. Because
my God.
He's kept it the way it should be. Europe, I mean, I don't want to go into individual countries. They're all friends of mine, everyone. As you know, in NATO, they voted to go from 2% to 5%.
No, I totally agree. You all know I support Americans sending weapons to Ukraine. Okay, and I'm a socialist, and I'm not exactly pro-war, but I do agree defending the sovereignty of other nations. Even though America is defending Ukrainian sovereignty for selfish reasons, it works for me. Okay, because I support the independence of the Ukrainians. I want them to have their freedom. Slava Ukraini. So I'm okay with sending them weapons for that reason, even if America's doing it not for good reasons. So if that makes sense. And also, I don't want Putin to be attacking more of his neighbors, like Finland, parts of Norway, northern Norway. Okay, Poland, all those other things. I'm not a big fan of like violent imperialist monsters who attack and kill their neighbors, just like Hitler did. Not a big fan of that.
That nobody thought that was possible, and we had just about almost, other than Spain, a unanimous vote. No, I think that I think they respect him a lot. They don't agree with him, but actually inwardly, I think they probably do agree. What he was right on immigration. They were wrong. They are flooding Europe with people from all over the world, and Europe is becoming a different place. And I tell the leaders all the time, you better stop or you're not going to have Europe anymore. It's a very dangerous thing they're doing.
Oh, my God.
May I have a reflection on that? So on migration.
Jesus Christ.
Just for clarification, in Hungary, the number of illegal migration is like that.
That's very possible, Marie. That is very possible. You're right. I should talk about China a bit at some point, Marie, their influence in this. And also, I know North Korea sending more troops. You know, they're not really much of a player, but yeah.
Zero.
And that's why I'm not sure, Marie. So, like, I could be completely wrong, but
zero. Because we have a crystal clear system. If somebody would like to come to Hungary, first he should ask for that. If you give the permission, they can step in. Nobody can step on the territory of Hungary without having a permission from the Hungarian authorities. This is the regulation. Simple,
you're right, Soup
well
Cheese.
working. What is the consequence of that? We are under sanctions.
So they are not, though. They are not part of NATO, Alan. Ukraine's not part of NATO. So even if they're honorary doesn't mean anything. Okay, it was kind of a tossing Ukraine a bone that NATO did that. So that's why. Yeah, they are scared of Russia, Alan, because it's a nuclear power. So the U.S. doesn't want to get NATO involved unless there's a direct attack on a NATO country, because they're concerned about nuclear war, etc. Okay. Okay. Um, all right. All right. We'll continue.
The sanctions of European Union because we don't let the illegal migrations to come to Hungary and to the European Union as well. So we have to pay. Just
forgive me, Balaz. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name. Who's not without having paid enough money to whom? Just to clarify.
We have to
Oh.
pay every day 1 million euro as a punishment to the Brazilian budget because we stopped the migrants. This is the absurd world we are living now in Europe.
To both of you.
Go ahead, please.
Gil?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'd like to ask what do you think, what do you believe after this meeting? Can you have maybe, or the European Union will have another opinion about, just
I got you, Balaz, yeah.
Another opinion about Hungary because of the immigration and because of this kind of politics, which is not that strictly as the European Union directs. What do you believe?
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm from Hungary.
Okay. I do have that conversation with them, and I respect and.
By the way, folks, Hungarian media has essentially been consolidated in loyalty to Hungary's media apparatus has basically been consolidated underneath oligarchs who are loyal to Orban. That was part of the thing he did. He kind of made all the media obedient to him. Not all of it, but most of it. The biggest media conglomerates are loyal to Orban. Yeah. Oh, I know, Marie. Like North Korea sent troops and stuff. Like they're way too small. They're poor. They're not going to do much influence. But China, as you said, Marie, could.
Like them, they're all friends of mine. I think pretty much every single leader.
Yeah, I would not be surprised again if Trump actually thought the word hungry meant that that they're talking about wanting to eat food because he's such a moron.
We get along really well. They've done everything I've asked them to do with NATO, etc. The only thing they continue to do is buy oil from Russia. That's not too good. But I told them they should respect this man. They can also learn from Victor. Victor has had a very hard stance on, more than anything else, immigration or even illegal immigration. He literally has accepted no one over the years. Think of how much greater these countries would be if they didn't have the tremendous crime that has come in with the immigration. People just flowing into Europe. They've got to stop it. And not only stop it, they have to reverse it. They have to get them out. We've done that here. We have 0 people coming in now. The borders are closed. We take people, but we take them legally. But we've done it very strongly, and we're moving.
Yeah, you've also deported people that are American citizens, and you violated their due process, and you've set up basically concentration camps within the United States to house them, and you also sent them to concentration camps overseas. Drusilla, by the way, Drusilla, we have a fellow Norwegian here in chat today, just to let you know, Drusilla. I got excited since we have 2 Norwegians now in chat. Anyway,
hundreds of thousands, millions of people out. We had of the 20 million people, 25 million. Nobody knows even what the number is. They never knew. Biden had no idea. He had no idea. I don't believe he had any idea what was happening because he wasn't about open borders. But we had open borders.
Jesus Christ, here we go.
Biden. They were coming in from jails. They were coming in
Drusilla.
from mental institutions. They were coming in as drug dealers. We had 11,888 murderers. Half of them committed more than one murder. We're getting them all out. We're getting them out. He doesn't have that problem. But Europe does have that problem. Other parts of Europe have that problem. So, I tell them all the time, I stick up for Viktor Orban. Not a lot of people do because in many cases they're jealous. They wish they did what he did. They would have no problems if they did what he did.
Oh, that's interesting, Malzone. Okay.
I have a bigger heart than anybody.
Yep.
But
did you hear that? I have a bigger heart than anybody. I have a bigger heart than anybody. What is he even talking about? I don't know, cheese soup. I don't know. He's a babbling fool.
Those countries had no crime 10 years ago, and now they have quite a bit of crime.
So humiliating.
And I would say that I don't know anything about your crime levels, but I would imagine they're very low.
Down.
Huh? Not too high, right?
No, it's very down.
Can they just make out already? Like can they just make out and get it over with? They clearly want to kiss. Just do it, get it over with. I would rather not watch that, but get a room, maybe go behind that curtain back there.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, Ms. Real.
Sure, please.
No. Just a clarification as well. I'm not here to ask how President Trump to manage my conflicts or our conflicts with the European Union.
No, Big Braden, we don't want that crap.
So we will do it. What we need is a golden age, to open a golden age of the United States-Hungary relationship. That's the biggest problem.
I love that golden age. Very fascist language, folks. We've talked about it. Palingenetic ultranationalism, the idea of renewing the nation by returning to some mythic past or like creating some golden age. Very fascist language. Trump loves that kind of language. Orban loves that kind of language. Erdogan loves that kind of language. Gotta love it, right? Just love seeing the rise of fascism all over again.
And maybe Europe too. We can include Europe.
Yeah, Pax Hungy.
So inside the European Union, we will manage all of our affairs. To be the most possible humble guy, yeah? But I'm the longest-serving Prime Minister of Europe. I survived all the Prime Ministers who attacked us. And I'm sure we will survive.
Yeah, why you survived? Because you rigged the electoral system in your favor, and you took over the media companies, and you are an oppressive, illiberal dictator. Okay, anyway.
Survive next years as well. So we will manage our conflicts successfully.
Mr. President, one question for you, Mr. President. One question for the Prime Minister. Speaking of Europe, last month you said that you would not.
Marie, so I don't know enough about Orban, Marie. That being said, Marie, I do think Trump is an idiot. Like, Marie, if you have heard some of the things Trump has said, we've watched a ton of the things he said. Like, he said, I'm a very stable genius. Like, he bankrupted most of his businesses. He, on live stream once, he was talking about how he had recently discovered that grass was a living thing. Trump is not faking it. He really is a moron. I truly believe that. The people around him allow him to do things that appear competent, even though they're not really competent. But he himself is not competent. Okay, he is an authoritarian. He is essentially a dictator. He's a horrible person, but he's not bright. Okay, Orban, I don't know enough about. I suspect Orban is more manipulative. Trump, though, isn't that bright, in my opinion, Marie. Okay. Now NATO is getting maybe 5%. Maybe. Goal is to combat terrorism and overthrow regimes that support them and maintain stability once it's done. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Marie. Do you mean all right. Not get all these people. So Marie, okay, I understand what you're saying, Marie. I don't agree. As someone who has, I followed Trump through his career and stuff, he is stupid. Okay. He's not, and let me put it this way. Yeah, you're right. He has connected with a lot of people because he paints himself as this anti-establishment character, but he has failed upward. It is because he has been failing upward that he has gotten to this position. And he's not that bright, Marie. This has to do with American politics. Americans have wanted someone who is anti-establishment for a long time, and Trump presented himself as anti-establishment accidentally because he fails upward. Even though he's not even good at doing fascism. Like, he's not good at even ruling what he has ruled. Trump is not that bright. I just got to tell you. Yeah, you're right, Alan. He is good at reading a room and telling them, telling people what they want to hear. But lots of people are good at that. He doesn't have any sort of spectacular knowledge. Okay. Trump is a symptom of a larger problem in the United States. Okay. If it wasn't Trump, it probably would be someone else that took that spot. Okay. We're actually kind of lucky it was Trump because Trump is not that bright. If there was someone worse there that was bright and was better at being a fascist, if you know what I mean, that would be scarier. But he's still horrible. Don't get me wrong. Anyway, okay, forgive me, but that we can of course disagree on that, Marie. But
withdraw U.S. troops from Europe. Yet 2 weeks later, the Pentagon decided to withdraw significant number of troops from Romania. So have you changed your mind, or the Pentagon ignored your assurance?
No, they don't ignore anything that I say. What they do is we make changes. We move. It's the same number, total number, but we move people around. I happen to like the Romanian people. I think they're great people. And
I don't blame you,
Drusilla.
Drusilla.
Want to suggest something right there, please?
Absolutely. No, nothing was uncoordinated.
Hey, Drusilla, I know how Norwegians feel about the Swedes and stuff. So that's quite a compliment, Drusilla, that you'd be willing to give some land to Sweden, okay?
The view that we have of Europe, and there will remain troops in Romania, but there's some change in how we rotate and how many we rotate.
And the relationship with Romania is very good, right?
It's very good, and we've coordinated all this with Secretary General Rutte, throughout EUCOM, throughout our allies. Everyone was notified in advance.
The relationship with Romania is very good. The relationship with Europe is very good. I disagree with what Europe is doing, having to do with immigration, but I agree with them on many other subjects. We just signed the biggest trade deal ever made with Europe, $950
Marie, that is
billion.
fair. And my fear, Marie, is that he's trying to do an authoritarian takeover of the United States. Yeah. So you're right, Marie. And if something could happen, well, yeah, it's unclear, Marie, but fair. I got what you're saying, Marie.
To do it because of tariffs. It was a deal that was good, very good, but we had a very unfair deal. We were treated very badly before I came into office.
Yeah,
but
Alan.
we just signed. It's the single biggest trade deal ever signed. So we have a very good relationship with Europe. Yeah.
I know, Drusilla, I know.
The main dispute with the Russians which prevent the Budapest summit with Putin from...
The basic dispute is they just don't want to stop yet. And I think they will. I think it's
Absolutely,
taken a big toll on Russia. Big toll on both countries, obviously. But it's taken a big toll. They're losing 7,000 soldiers a week. That's a big toll. And between the two of them. Divided, with Russia losing more soldiers, actually. But
exactly,
they're both losing a lot of people. And that's the primary thing that, with me, it's not economic. It's not money. In fact, we don't spend any money.
Really?
We send it to...
Who believes that? I'm sorry. Can we ever believe Trump when he says it never... For him to ever say it has nothing, it's not economic. Yeah, right. It's exactly, Troops. He's economic, has nothing to do with money. Do we think that's ever the case with Trump? Do we think that there's anything he does that doesn't have something to do with money or economics? Okay. Like he's all about self-enrichment, and about his own ego, right? Like, yeah. Okay. Always about himself, about Trump, 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 Trump. Okay.
NATO, they pay us for our missiles and for our military and everything else. We don't. It's not a question of money. It was with Biden. He spent $350 billion. He got nothing for it.
Right, Brazil. He doesn't give a shit.
Never happened. If I were
That's the thing. Like he doesn't give a shit about Ukraine. That's for sure. Okay. He doesn't give a shit about Ukraine. Yeah.
president, the war would have never happened. I think you would agree with that. This war would never have happened if I were president. It's stupid that it happened.
Matthew, absolutely not. Okay. You can be against the left and not be a fascist. Okay. But I actually studied fascism, Matthew, so I know a lot about fascism. So I don't mean against the left when I say fascism, okay?
But it did happen. I inherited the war, and I think we're going to get it ended not too distant future.
Yes, please. So no question that
That's fair, Marie, that's fair. Okay.
if that time the name of the United States president would have been Donald Trump, there would be no war between Ukraine and Russia. That's clear. But what we are speaking about here is more than that, because without the pressure
That's a good point.
coming from the United States government, I'm speaking 2022.
Oh, absolutely,
The
Drusilla.
Europeans would not take that hard line, what they have today on the war. Remember that big countries of Europe rejected to be involved more than just sending some, humanitarian issues. So the pressure coming from the United States to be more pro-war in Europe. So that's the fact of the history anyway. So we have to restore something which was ruined.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. So who forced the war on who? Did oh my God, you're so right, Alan. I remember that quote. Who forced the war on who? Now, I'm not pro-American empire. We all know this, for those who have watched me for a while, right? America is not involved in Ukraine because they care about America, because they care about Ukraine. But he's being like, oh, America's making this a war. Really? Because as I recall, it was Russia that invaded Ukraine. By the way, different governments can be bad, right? The Russian government, imperialist, bad. American government, imperialist and bad. We don't need to limit ourselves to thinking that one government is always like there are multiple. Agreed, Fox Emblem. NATO is kind of cringe. But I support it in this instance, right? If it's preventing imperialism at this point, okay. Even though it is sort of an arm of American imperialism, it's complicated here, okay? Meowsor, it's like the bystander effect, too. The responsibility for crimes has been diffused across multiple individuals who are hungry for power and authority. They have a whole regime of people who are Machiavellian, great vocab, by the way, and corrupt. There's no real head of the snake. You're so right. It's like you're right. I know, right? But I cannot stand Orban. Like I said, he looks like a toad, first of all, which is annoying. And yeah, I agree. We can't disband NATO as long as there's a threat from Russia, because at least that'll dissuade them from attacking. Yeah, he always, Balaz is always, yeah. Isn't that hilarious? He doesn't even acknowledge when the Soviet Union crushed Hungary in '56, right? God. Okay.
And created from here, and that's the reason why I understand absolutely the devotion of the president now to do everything to stop the war.
Okay, that is fair, Mithril. I do love toads, Mithril. Although technically, don't toads not exist anymore? They're all frogs now. They got rid of that category anyway.
Not that deep.
Goosey. Hello, Goosey. It's been a while. How you doing, Goosey?
From here, so the reason why I'm here to be as much as helpful I can. To contribute to the peace efforts of the president, because that was an enormous mistake what we have done. I mean, the Western world several years ago, and we have to.
Yes, enormous mistake to protect
Biden
Ukraine.
actually pushed for that war
Insane.
to happen. Okay, if you can believe it. Nobody can believe it, but it's one of those things. And now look what happened. Look what's happened to Ukraine. It's a much smaller country. A lot of people are dead. You take a look at.
I know.
I don't.
Yeah, it's okay. Really sidetrack here, folks. I think scientists actually got rid of the differentiation between toads and frogs. They're all frogs now, but there are still varieties of frogs that are called toads, even though biologically they're not considered different. This is what I've read. I'm not a biologist. Matt Saigai might know more, even though Matt Saigai is a material scientist, not a biologist. Regardless, I'm pretty sure they got rid of the classification. Who cares? I still call toads toads. Like, here, we got a toad here on the screen. He's on the left. His name is Orban. I'm sure you would get warts if you touched him. And then over here on the right, you have a mango-colored Mussolini with a tiny little mouth, really creepy. Anyway,
world over there, and Russia has not been helped very much by that war either. They lost a tremendous number of soldiers and people. And, you know, look, that war should have been a 1 week war. I don't know why it's taken. This is 4 years. Should have been 1 week. Should have been over with, but it would have never started. Should have never started. And I would have solved the problem without giving up anything. Ukraine would have remained as is.
Right, Louise Farage is a toad.
Long before I got there.
He actually has the big mouth thing going too, doesn't he, Louise? Exactly, Mithril, exactly.
I inherited that mess, so we're getting it solved, along with the 8 wars that we've already ended.
Mr. President,
what is our interest cultivating better relations with the EU leader or Orban?
I think I can do both. I mean, there's no reason why I can't. I get along well with the European nations.
Right. A member of the European Union, so it's easy.
Yeah, and by the way, he's a member in good standing, I guess, although...
Really? So for the European, again, I'm sorry I keep calling out our European friends here in chat. I'm just a dumb American. Is Orban in good standing with the European Union? Because from what I know, he is not in good standing with the European Union, right? From all the facts I know of, not in good standing with the European Union. Right? Not in good standing. Am I? Yeah, right. Okay. See, I thought for a second there, I'm like, am I hallucinating? Did I just take a shroom or something? Because I'm pretty sure that's not true. But of course, our president, Mr. Trump here, lies, 99.8% of the time? And the 2% that he doesn't lie, he accidentally is telling the truth. So I can never really tell.
They penalize him every once in a while. But he's a member in good standing with the European Union. So he's a member. He's a part of it. But I get along great with him. I get along very well with them. I agree with him on immigration much more than I agree with them. But I agree with a lot of the things in Europe he also agrees with. But he had a difference, I would say, primarily on immigration more than anything else. And I happen to think he was right because their whole fabric has changed. I mean, you go to some of the countries, they're unrecognizable now because of what they've done. And Hungary is very recognizable. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. President. Yes, Mr. President. Will that
I know.
peace summit in Budapest still this year? What do you think?
You mean a meeting with President Putin?
Yes.
You mean in Hungary? Well, I'd like to keep it in Hungary, in Budapest. That meeting, it turned out I didn't want to do that meeting because I didn't think anything was going to be happening of significance. But if we have it, I'd like to do it in Budapest.
That's so true, Fox Emblem.
Mr. President, you said many times to support Viktor Orban. Why is it important to win the next election, for example, for the United States, Hungary, and also...
Absolutely, Marie.
Well, I don't know his opponent. I don't know if he has an opponent yet. At some point he will, I guess. You know, we always have opponents, right? Not much of an opponent. But...
You know why he doesn't have many opponents is because he has basically made it impossible for other people to run against him in Hungary because he controls the media apparatus and he's basically a dictatorial kind of person. Anyway, okay.
I'll be supportive of him. He's done a fantastic job. We've had a great relationship. The United States, look, we had a country that had no leader. It had an auto pen. Illegal auto pen.
Jesus Christ. Here we go. Biden.
Totally illegal. And that's coming out stronger and stronger. We had no leader in the United States. I mean, Hungary, as an example, had no relationship with the United States.
I totally believe it belongs.
We do, billions of dollars in trade with Hungary. Hungary's a big country economically. We do, billions of dollars in trade with Hungary. Why would they give that up? And they gave up so much else. Look, they gave up everything. This country was poorly run. I think if I didn't win the election, we might not have a country, if you want to know the truth. Not a recognizable country. But our relationship was immediately good as soon as I won the election because Victor's
Right,
one of the
Gelsor.
people that's highly respected, and we had a great relationship with Hungary.
Jesus
We do
Christ.
again.
Oh my God.
was an
I
easy
can't.
one, yeah.
Is this almost over? Like, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Is this going to be?
To put pressure on President Putin to come to the negotiation
Oh,
table
jeez. Really, Marie? I didn't know that.
I think we agree that the war is going to end.
You're right in your groove.
Sometimes
Hello in your
people
groove.
have
Yeah.
to fight it out a little bit longer, but I think we agree that the war is going to end in the not too distant future. You want to talk about that, Victor?
I have some ideas, and I will present it to the president. How to stop it.
Mr. Prime Minister,
His idea, you know what we should do, Mr. President? Forgive me, I am mimicking his accent. I'm not very good at it, but we know what we should do, Mr. President. We should just give Putin whatever he wants. And why not get on our knees for him in the nearest bathroom? Because we should add a little cherry on top, right? Plus, we love Putin anyway, so we'd love to do that for him. So yeah, that's okay. I know I'm exaggerating. I apologize, Mithril. I know. I apologize. Forgive me, Mithril. You know I love you, Mithril.
Brought up the Walmart Thanksgiving meal,
Yeah.
and it is cheaper, but it also contains less. As a affordability,
Well, I haven't heard that. You're telling me. Who are you with? Who are you with?
I'm with NBC News, sir.
Fake news. NBC. You're fake news. What a NBC's gone down the tubes along with most of the rest of them.
If I ask, why do you think there's such a disconnect
Right, Alan.
between the economy that you're describing day to day and the way many Americans say they are feeling and they're concerned about?
Well, they feel better about our country right now, other than the
I know,
shutdown,
right, Elliot?
obviously, which is caused by the Democrats, could be ended by the Democrats in 2 minutes. They feel much better. We have more jobs. We just set a record on jobs. You do
Yeah.
know that?
Oh my God, this is so gross to watch. Like all the people laughing, like ha 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 yeah yeah ha 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 ha. Like this bootlicking. Like it is a surprise that they don't have like shoe polish all over their mouths. Like they just have black shoe polish everywhere from all the bootlicking they're doing.
We have more investment in our country than any country in history. We're
Oh,
over
no, Mithril.
$18 trillion as of this moment, and we're going to be maybe at 20 or 21 trillion by the time I finish up my first year. And there's been no country, China, no country in the world that's done anywhere even close to that number.
Exactly.
Your friend Biden, as an example, in 4 years was less than
Is
a
that
trillion.
so, Fox Emblem?
We'll be at 21 trillion in 1 year. So there's no country that was even close to that, and our country was a laughing stock all over the world. We have more jobs, we have more potential than any other country, and frankly, we're the hottest country right now. Victor said to me before, we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. Think of it. We'll have $21 trillion invested. We have auto plants pouring back in. We have AI pouring back in. We're leading China in AI by a lot. We're leading everybody in every category. There's no category that we're in second place. So I just heard this yesterday that Walmart said that the Thanksgiving was 25% more expensive under Biden. That's a big, to me, that's a big number.
Fox Emblem, would you send me a source on that? I would love to see that. If that's true, I mean, I love you, Fox. I just always have to double check. I know you're saying that's according to private data, but I would love to see that because that, I mean, anyway. Okay, I'll prepare my DMs. Thank you very much, Fox Emblem. Okay.
Because Walmart's respected. I mean, Walmart is Walmart, and they're giving you prices. So that would mean that.
Okay, all the Norwegians in chat, you need to stop this little Norwegian love fest, okay? It's kind of scaring me. I don't know if you're plotting to raid my village and steal from my monastery, okay? So, hey, no more Norwegian love fest in chat. You know I love you. I'm just kidding, okay?
That the whole series of pricing and costs, the groceries and everything else, it was a con job. It was a con job. Affordability, they call it, was a con job by the Democrats. The Democrats are good at a few things: cheating on elections and conning people with facts that aren't true. It was 25%. Walmart just announced it 2 days ago.
Thank you so much, Jonas. You're totally right, Jonas. Nobody does praise Trump as much as Trump. Thank you very much for the donation there, Jonas.
Cheaper this year will be cheaper.
Hello, Jonas.
To have Thanksgiving than it was a year ago under Sleepy Joe Biden.
You say affordability is a con job, as you put it.
Say it.
You said affordability was a con job, and you said last night you didn't want to talk about affordability.
Yeah, Matthew.
I talk about.
So, guys, I'm going to pause this. I'm sorry. I'm getting kind of sick of this. This is all just, I know, Drusilla. I'm sorry. You know, I'm joking with you, Drusilla. You know, I discriminate against anyone who isn't American in this chat. Just kidding. Okay. How close are we to the next goal? So if we get 2 more, it'll be we'll do a Q&A where I ask you question. Okay. So we're going to stop doing this, folks. I think we get the idea. I'm just kind of tired of hearing them filleting each other. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? All right, so this, I was just told this by Fox Emblem. Okay, good, Drusilla. All right. Here we go. Here we have, this is from CBS, guys. And if this is true, because of the government is shut down, we don't really know the numbers, but this is what private companies are reporting. Yeah, there you go. You better be careful over there in the UK, Louise. The Norwegians might be trying to take back some of the Danislaw region. You know, you never know. I'm sorry. Okay. We're gonna start a conspiracy theory that the Norwegians are trying to retake the UK. Okay. Anyway, so layoffs in October. Okay. Thank you, Matt Saigai. Thank you. Okay. One more, folks. Right, Drusilla. A scandal. Gold. Yeah, Golden Viking Age 2. Right. Thank you, Matt Saigai. If we get one more, folks, we will do the question. That's a good point, Louise. It would be nice to be ruled by the Norwegians or the Danes or the Swedes or whatever. Okay. So, guys, over here. So this was just reported. Thank you, Foxman, for sending this. Apparently, layoffs across the U.S. soared to more than 153,000. That's a lot of job losses. Will we make Denmark flag if they want to try? There you go, Marie. Okay, so if you're needed for the I got you, Giselle. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no doubt, Jonas. So, guys, this is interesting. If we're seeing, if this is true, then they're not taking the numbers. You're right, Mithra. Okay. If they're taking if these numbers are true, we lost almost 200,000 jobs in October. Which is a very bad thing. Oh, yes, Matt Sagai, thank you. Just let me finish this, and then we'll do the Q&A, okay? So that's interesting. Slower hiring. The Department of Labor's monthly employment report has been on hold, okay? So this is an interesting sign, okay? So we'll see if this ends up being true. That's a lot of job losses. We've been seeing job losses. I mean, so we'll see how this goes. That would be a very bad sign for Trump's economy, okay? Which, you know, are we really surprised? Okay, so let's do this now, folks. We did get to 5, so let's do a Q&A. Now, this is how this Q&A is going to work. I'm going to put my face up. This is how, yeah, we are in we could be in a recession here pretty soon. Yeah, Drusilla, yes. So Drusilla, we did a Kahoot quiz today, but it was only a geography Kahoot quiz. We didn't do a Kahoot over stuff I've taught. It was just pure geography today, Drusilla. So yeah, but we'll do like a real one next week where we do stuff that I've taught. Okay. All right. So I don't know where the chat went. So this is what we're gonna do. Okay. This is gonna be a different kind of Q&A. In this case, we're going to go back and forth, right? I'm going to ask all of you a question. Then you can ask me, then I will take one of your questions, okay? Because I want to learn about you too, all right? So that's what we're going to do. Let me, okay, first of all, let me fix this. I'm having an issue here with the chat. So here, I'll ask you guys a question. You don't have to answer because I know some of you might not be near your computers. So, but I want to learn from all you guys too. since you guys get to ask me inappropriate questions. I mean, I'll ask you appropriate questions because I'm a good person, But how about this? So if I were to ask all of you, what is your favorite dish, or your favorite food, like specific dish that you like to eat? Tell me, what is it? Lasagna, that's great. I know we're starting off with an easy one, Matt Saga. We're starting off with an easy one. All right. Soup, okay. Oh, well, that's a self-explanatory cheese soup. Tacos, okay. Tacos. Full English, ooh, Mithril. You're after my heart, the Mithril. I do love an English breakfast. Mexican food, very good. You like water, Matt Saga? Okay. Pizza, excellent. Okay. All right. Let me ask another one now. Let me see. I'm getting the chat's just coming back up here. Forgive me. Breakfast burritos. Oh, those are really good. Palak chana with rice pilaf and roti. Ooh, that sounds amazing, Fox Emblem. That sounds amazing, okay? I love your love of Indian food, okay? A mole poblano tamale. Oh my God, amazing. Okay, see, this is making me hungry. I shouldn't have asked that. Somali biryani. Oh, ooh, you know what? Let me look that up. What is that? I've never heard of that. Let me see here. Jonas, Baris, Baris Iskukaris. Somali, okay. Customarily cooked in a single pan where the tenderization of both rice and stew occurs at some point in a single pan. Oh my God, that looks amazing. Okay, thank you. That looks delicious. Cabbage stew, okay, Drusilla. Tacos El Pastor is amazing. Borek is good. I've had Borek. Shanghai, yeah. Meowser told me about Shanghai drunken crab, which sounds amazing. The hazelnut liquor that the crab is cooked in, amazing. Okay, all right. So I'll answer someone's question now, or in the meantime, I'll ask another one here. Okay. So let's see here. What other question do I want to learn about you? What is okay? Okay. Forgive me. Okay, you have to. I'm being biased here. Okay, I'm an American. What is, for the people who aren't American, okay, what is like the most common stereotype in your country about Americans? Or like what is a stereotype that people in countries overseas think about Americans? I know I'm being selfish by singling people out. I am just super curious about this because trust me, I know there's a lot of them. But what are some of the stereotypes about Americans? Okay, overseas. Trust me, be open about it. Okay, be open about it. I don't care. I won't be offended by it. Obesity. I've heard that one, Mithril. I have heard that one. Okay, that Americans are very large. When people come here, they think people are very large. Loud. So we're very loud. Hey, I agree with that. A lot of us are very loud. Okay. I know when I've been to European countries, I can always tell who isn't a European because they're much louder than everyone else around. Everyone has 10 guns. Narcissistic and loud. Okay, Marie. Yeah. Oh, I know, right? Canada. In Australia, a couple of girls invited me over because they liked the accent. That was within years of 9/11, though. Good for you, Doug. Okay. Because I've heard those ones. Loud, we're fat. Okay, we're fat, we're loud, we're narcissistic. We have tons of guns. Okay. Anything else? I've heard some people say that Americans are stupid. When someone asks me what Canadians identify as, I say we are not America. That is true, Big Brain. Some are fake nice to everyone. Oh my God, so true, Drusilla. So Drusilla, I actually live in the Midwest, which is renowned for having people who are like fake, that are fake nice. Okay, and so like I have this issue of like constantly smiling at people because part of the Midwestern culture is like, hey, how are you? So that is so true. They're loud and know everything about everything, but they really don't. Hey, that is fair, Louise. Okay. Hey, that's okay, Louise. Hey, sometimes maybe I think I do, but I don't know everything. Okay. We have balance for 100. Right, you guys are perfect in right, Marie. I'm sure you're all perfect in Norway, right? Okay. Can I say what? Yeah, yeah, that counts, Alan. What does your international family think about Americans? In your group, Americans are addicted to useless sports ball games. Okay, Marie. I'm sure you are, Marie. I'm sure you're a perfect little angel, right, Marie? Right, Drusilla. Okay. All right. So okay. Um, okay, so they think Americans are stupid and self-centered. They think the whole world revolves around. Oh my God. I mean, is that really a stereotype, Alex? But yeah, okay. Right. So, geez, where so many Americans do think that the world revolves around them, right? Yep. Oh my God, Jonas, you're right. Obsessed with money. Okay. Yeah, if selling your hair was profitable, you'd all be bald. That is so true. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I know. Forgive me, fellow Americans in chat. Yeah, I think you would find that interesting too to hear. Okay. Um. What else? What else? What else? Anyone have a question for me? Because I just to be fair, I did too. If anyone wants to ask me a question, I will answer it. Okay. Uh. I'll tell you what. I visited Germany a while back. I've visited a lot of places in Europe, but when I went to Germany, I went to the Hofbrauhaus, right? Oh, I know. A lot of Americans aren't fond of America too. Uh, told to not think we're better than others. We're just trying to break that habit. Hey, might as well, Drizella. It seems like lots of other countries do that. Lots of other countries are told to think that they're better than others. So hey, okay. Okay. Uh, I believe you. Okay, I believe my fellow Scandinavians here in chat. Okay. Um. All right. What are my plans for the weekend? Oh, that's a good question. That's for sure, prevailed. My plans for the weekend. I told everyone this earlier. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. I need to take a day to do some research and figure out how to make some changes to my streams and things like that. I'm also going to be going to find some better lighting for my streams. I'm having an issue. Uh, I just need uh uh but I have an issue with I just need to do some improvements, and I need to take a day to do that research. Okay. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So I won't be streaming Saturday or Sunday, but so those next 2 days I'll be doing some work independently, and on Sunday I'll just be relaxing. Okay. Um, Garnet, Jonas, I would definitely say the Scandinavian countries. If I could choose somewhere to move, I would choose somewhere in one of the Scandinavian countries. Uh, let's see here. Uh, let me see here. What else did I miss here? What am I playing? That's for sure. What is my mother? Okay, this is gonna be funny, everyone. This is gonna be funny. My mother's maiden name. Okay, I'll tell you. Because you don't know any other info about her, so it's okay. This is very funny. I admit that this is very funny. Okay, so feel free to laugh. My mother's maiden name is Gay. I'm not joking. I'm not being joking. Okay, it's Gay. Okay, Gay. Gay. I know, Louise, right? It is funny. It is funny as a gay man. It is hilarious, right? It is absolutely hilarious. I guess that would be a security question, but I won't answer anything. But no, obviously no more than that. Gay. Okay. Big Braden. Yes. Okay. Yes. I guess indeed, Big Braden. Okay. So, that's pretty funny, right? I thought it was funny. Okay. I can't officially blame my mom. That's for sure. Okay. Yeah, so that's my mother's maiden name. Anyway. Um, all right, no more security questions, all right? But isn't that hilarious? All right. Why are you gay? Great spelling there, AMA. Why am I gay? That's a good question, AMA. Why am I gay? I am gay because I chose to be gay, right? Like I made that specific choice. I think I made that specific choice to be gay. So okay. Yes, it is a meme, okay. Did I miss Teehee? Teehee? To answer Jonas, if I could move to I'm sorry, I forgot to answer Jonas's question. Other than Scandinavia, if I could choose a country to move to, I would probably choose the Netherlands, Jonas. I would probably choose the Netherlands. Okay. No first pets. I had a pet. I mean, my first pet was a cat, and then I had tarantulas, and now I have another cat. Don't worry, I used to work with a guy who it's just kind of coincidental, right? I am clueless. How dare you, AMA Meowzord? Don't make me feel old, okay? Yes, I am clueless what the mean is. Wait, you weren't indoctrinated by the woke mob and turned gay? Of course I was, Big Brain, and that's how being gay works. You're indoctrinated into it. Okay, obviously not. I've actually been asked that before, like people, well-meaning people asking me, so wait, how do you know you're gay? Of course, my answer to that is almost always, when did you know you were straight? Okay. Like, obviously, one day you wake up and you're just kind of like, oh, that man over there is sexy, right? Okay. Like it just happens. Obviously, no choice involved. There you go. Trump failed. Oh, what is it? What, guys? Oh, what meme? Oh, the meme. Okay. Marie. Hello, Marie. Glad. Welcome, my fellow LGBTQer over there, Marie. Okay. How about this? Let's watch it. I've never seen the meme. Let me see it.
What makes Keebler fudge stripes?
There you go, Braden. I woke up and suddenly had an eye for fashion. There you go. Okay. All right. Let's watch this.
Cookie's so delicious.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
wrong account.
It's our treasured Keebler fudge.
All right.
Great stripes. That's
all right. Here we go. Here we go. Wonder if there's something called late onset bias. It's possible. I mean, so
in the studio this morning, one of the
second.
gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
Why are you kidding me? I've never seen this. This is crazy. Why are you gay?
You are gay.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Why are you gay? All right, interesting. All right. She's like, excuse me? Yeah, he really does. He seems genuinely confused, Jonas. And I will say, I appreciate that. It's better than him, like, I don't know if he does have hatred for gay people, but I guess it's better to be confused than to be outright like, you're gay? Ew. I don't know. So guys, like, here's the thing, like, so sexuality is a spectrum, right? I use the term gay. Really, everyone is sort of on a spectrum from 1 to 10, 1 being like only attracted to the opposite sex, 10 being only attracted to the same sex, basically. And then there's variations in between there. Everyone sort of has a different level of sexuality area on the spectrum. So like these words are very almost confining in a way. So like, yeah, some people later in life find that they're attracted to men and women. Some people, it takes it. Yeah, I should take that spectrum quiz, Meowzord. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, that's terrifying. Otter signal. I didn't know that. Matt Saiga, I say you're a 10. You are a 10. There you go, Jonas. You're a 10, Matt Saiga. You're pure gay, okay? I don't know Matt Saiga, okay? I'm a 10, smoking hot, okay? If you're not even a little gay, I don't right, Meowser. Like I feel like it is Louise. Like that's the thing too. there's even an issue with that spectrum because it implies that you could like only same sex. What if you're attracted to that? Like, see what I mean? Like, there's issues. Everyone is different. Hey, Drizilla. Again, that's normal. It's natural. Okay. It could just be that you obviously fall somewhere on their spectrum. You see someone of the same sex you're attracted to. What happens? Maybe get her phone number. Okay, maybe get her phone number, Drizilla. Okay. I mean, I don't know. You might be married or something, Drizilla. I don't know, but might as well. Okay. All the ones are Andrew Tate watchers. Yeah. Those soup cheese, are they? Or are most of them like tens who are very upset about not being ones? You never know. Okay. I get that impression sometimes. Okay. I would say if I were putting myself on the spectrum, I'd honestly think I'm like a 1, I'm sorry, a 9 or a 10. But I also yeah, um, that's true. Um, so anyway. Okay, well, probably more like an 8, probably an 8 or a 9, I would say, if I were to guess. But who knows? That can change, and again, these things are different over time. 9 to 10, gotcha, Marie, gotcha. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, Marie. Like, uh, based on first impressions, CR, where am I on the spectrum? Well, cheese soup here. Cheese soup here. I don't know you very well, cheese soup. I'd say a 5 because I don't know you very well. I think you're right in the middle. Right in the middle, Matt Guy. Mine 10, what you mean? Oh, Marie, what do I mean? Oh, so, did you say you would say you're a 9 or a 10, Marie? So that means you're, almost basically entire like you're very near being solely attracted to the same gender. Is that what you mean, Marie? Um, okay. Yeah, Matt Guy is flirty. It's okay though. You all know I that's one of my human flaws is that I am always I'm not hitting on, I'm always commenting on men. I objectify them, which is horrible. I shouldn't. Okay. Right. You're the outer signal, you're the straightest person in the universe. Right, outer signal. Right. Okay. I don't know what that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. You're right. So 1 is, oh, I see what you're saying. Outer signal. 1 is like the straightest person in the universe. 10 is the opposite. Um, okay. Okay. Chad, the douchiest frappo ever. Right. And even folks, even that spectrum is kind of off in my opinion, right? Some might say the only straight person, the straightest total. Alan, you're so good at those. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Meowzord. Okay. So, okay. So what would you then say to yourself, Soup? What would you say, Soup Cheese? Since I don't know you, are you going to tell me now, Soup Cheese? What is your number on the spectrum? Okay, since we're all outing each other, what's your number on the spectrum? I think I did a survey once about on how many folks in the chat are LGBTQ, and there was a fair number, but I think about like a little under half was LGBTQ. Okay, right, Soup Cheese, agreed. Oh, it could also be used that way, Marie. It could also be moved that way. Did it, Alan? I can't remember. Okay. That is funny though, big brain. Okay. Okay, so what let me ask you all a question now, okay? Since you all just asked me a question, all right? My question for all of you. Hmm. Hmm. Meow sword. Uh, if I were gay, I'd be like a bear. Well, I'd probably be a gotcha, Doug. Okay. All right. Let me see here. I don't know what question to ask all of you. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Hmm. You know what? I'm going to ask it as a poll so people don't have to, I'm just curious here. I'm going to ask it as a poll. So give me a second while I actually make the poll. Okay. And again, I don't know. I suddenly thought of this. It's kind of stupid to ask, but in a relation. Okay, so the three options are marry. And lastly, okay. So that just based off what we just talked about, the question I just posted on YouTube: are you married? Are you in a relationship? Or are you single? And I did it so that I can actually see who answers because I don't want you all to think that I'm trying to find out your statuses. Okay, just curious. Most people. Okay, you got 100% single. D is D. Now try to get my typing. Yes, I know I'm single too. That's amazing. Not the grass is not green on the other side. I learned that. Okay, so most of us single. Oh, so oh, Drizilla, you're my chat's spouse, Drizilla. Yeah, no, it doesn't count. Okay. uh, all right. So it looks like we got only 8 votes so far. We got about 12% say married, 12% in a relationship, 75% single. Okay, cool. Oh, cool. You're right, outer signal. I should leave those for. I should leave. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. Like, I was that too personal. I apologize. I just couldn't think of anything, and I'm like, oh, I could see how everyone's doing there. Single. How dare you, Malzord? Okay. Uh. Okay, so we got about 22% married, about 11% in a relationship. Most of you are single. Okay, cool. Jesus. Okay, this is why I shouldn't be. This is why I shouldn't be the one allowed to ask questions. I didn't know what else to say. Okay. Cool. Incel stream. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. It was a bad question. I couldn't think of anything. I was trying to save time. Okay, I just couldn't think of anything. Trump failed. How dare you? Okay. All right. I'm ending the poll. I'm ending the poll now. It was a mistake. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So most of you are single, 22% married, 11% in a relationship. Okay, cool. No, it's okay. Outer signal. Okay. Got you. Okay. I know, Doug, for tax reasons and stuff. All right. All right, you guys. I will answer one last question here. One last question. Anyone have one more question to ask? Oh my God, you two live. That's hilarious. That the two Norwegians live close to each other. Okay, so who? Anyone? Any last questions for me before I let go? Okay. Funny enough, Meowzord asked about my social security. Asked social security number. What's my least favorite part about my new streaming career? Ooh, good question, Meowzord. I would say trying to survive. Um, I am loving doing this. But I haven't been doing it for very long. I've been doing it for like 4 months. Um, I've been doing it for about 4 months, but and I'm doing pretty well for. I'm only doing it for 4 months, but it's been rough to because I lost my job and then I immediately started doing this. I've been trying to survive off of it, and I need to build up a larger fan base. I'm also learning on the go, so that's another thing that's hard is trying to find time to like improve things, learn things, do things like that. So I guess the survival part is the part I don't like, but hopefully over time that'll change. Yeah, I am. But guys, I am loving doing this. Okay, exactly, Mithril. But hopefully over time that'll get better. So the question someone else asked me, how much do I make streaming? So Soup Cheese, I actually one of the things yeah, well, I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. One of the things I do at Cheese Soup is every month I post on Discord how much money I made the month before. So I'm actually very open with the amount I'm making. So about Meowzord, I have some padding. I have some padding, let's put it that way. But I wish I had more padding, let's put it that way, but I'll be okay. I have some padding, but I'm hanging on at the moment. But that's my thing, though. Meows, you know, okay, I know I'm getting super personal with you folks. So right now, I'm making enough to sustain. I mean, I need to be able to make more to sustain this. I'm hoping that the growth will continue at a rate. I am not Meowzord, not right now, but eventually I will be, unless if I make more money every month, and then at some point I will be able to sustain it, because I still sometimes have to draw from the amount I have saved up, but I'll be good. But right now it's looking okay. Big Braden, are you still looking at making this full time or looking for a teaching job still? I am looking at making this full time, Big Braden. Again, we will see. We will see if it works. I'm still not sure yet. I'll be able to do it full time forever. I need to see continued growth. Let's put it that way. Okay. To answer the other question, so Cheese asks, how much do I make a month? So 2 months ago, I made about $1,000 for the month. The month after that, also about $1,000, and then last month I made about $800 for the whole month. So which is not what I want to see. I want to see it go up, but admittedly, I wasn't posting as many videos last month. Okay, I believe it. Yeah, I do need maybe some work supply stuff, and I'll figure it out, folks. Like, hopefully at some point we'll do a stream. Yeah, it is a pretty decent unemployment check, I will say. But of course, if you count, I'm so embarrassed talking about this stuff, but if you like calculate it to a year, about $1,000 a month is about what, $1,200 or $12,000 a year, which is below minimum wage. But it's going well for me starting, not doing it for very long. Okay, all right. So, yeah, that's not bad from failed. Okay. So guys, I got there's some great have you thought about making history courses? I would love that, Drusilla. Do you know what there's a site I could do that on? I would love to do that, because I would love to do like an online classroom type deal. Okay, all right. I know I will do it. I'll do it, Doug. You need to make a Ren video without us in chat distracting you. It will grow your channel. Okay, Doug, we'll do that. And Louise agrees. If Louise agrees, then definitely. I don't trust you, Doug, but if Louise says it, then definitely. Okay. Okay. That's true, Meowzord. Okay. So now Trump failed. I don't mean to be defensive here, but it is a bit more than just sitting and talking into a microphone. I have to make all those presentations. The one thing is the time, because I also like to, if I ever talk about the news, I like to do research first, so I'm not giving you misinformation. There have been times where I've gotten on and I haven't done research because I'm trying to balance my time out. But it does take effort. Let's put it that way. Okay, guys. All right. Enough about me talking about my economic woes or whatever. I'll be fine. And I'll keep doing this for as long as I can. I'm really enjoying it. Okay. So, okay, yeah, I'll take a look, Drusilla. Thank you. That's a great example. All right, you guys. So, yes, Matt Saigai, what's up? What is up? Folks, I will say I started streaming early today. I started streaming around, was it 12 something? So I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. I know, right, Mithril? I do love this, Mithril, because I do have I do have more freedom. I don't have a boss or anything, so that's nice. Okay. What are we thinking here? Oh my God, Matt Saigai, thank you. Really, thank you, Matt Saigai, you're an angel, okay? You're a atheist angel, okay? Thank you very much. All right. That's fair from fail. That's from fail, okay? God, Matt Saiga, you're the best. Okay. Oh yeah, Weirdomorphous Blah. Hey, some of the regulars got them. I've seen Glizzinator in here before too. I've also seen we got a Resident Union Thug or Shut. I'm sorry, got one. Weirdomorphous Blob got one. Fantastic. You really are my favorite. Matt Saigai. Okay, all right, guys. I do thank you, Matt Saigai. I do got to go now. I was gonna go hang out with my family. I won't be streaming like I normally do on Saturdays because I'm doing some research. And by the way, when I do stream again on Monday, I'm going to have a better lighting setup. I know, Marie, it's horrible. So I'll have a better lighting setup. You too, Matt Saiga. You can F off, okay? Let me put up my face here. Have fun, Meowzord. You should get one of their their hot dogs or whatever. Yeah, F off to you too, Meowzord. Okay. Okay. But everyone, I want to point out, even though we just talked about that, I'm doing okay. Don't worry about me. I made the decision to do this. If I need to, I could do a part-time job on top of it, or I could go back to working full-time. I'd rather, I want to be able to do this full-time, so we'll see. But again, I'll see you guys on Monday, and I love you all. You all know what I'm about to say here. You all know what I'm about to say. First of all, free Palestine. Free Palestine. Second of all, never stop resisting. The easy, totally soup cheese. Totally soup cheese. Make sure you floss and moisturize. Okay, floss and moisturize. Yeah, you're right, Alan. But we'll do it. We'll be good. We're good. We'll be good. I'm sure. I also just need to better improve the streams to make them more entertaining, etc., and stop blabbing so much. But anyway, well, we'll talk about it. Okay. Maybe tomorrow I'll come on Discord and we can chat about it with people. I don't know. Well, we'll get to it. All right. So never stop resisting. The easiest way to resist is to think for yourselves. The easiest way to resist is to think for yourselves. And that includes when you watch me. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. See what other people are saying. Don't get caught in an information silo because the easiest way to resist is to think for yourselves. Thirdly, we're living in a fascist moment in this country, not only in this country, but in other countries around the world. Fascism thrives in an environment where people have lost faith in their democratic institutions, so they turn to more radical ends of the political spectrum. You cannot stand in the center when fighting fascism. You cannot stand in the center. We need major changes. We need major reforms. We need major changes. If you stand in the center, the fascists will walk all over you. The fascists will walk all over you if you stand in the center. Don't do it, okay? On the wall behind me is a sword. The name of that sword is Chainbreaker. Chainbreaker is thought to have been responsible for the death of 7 slave owners. Why do I have it back there? I have it back there to remind everyone that our ancestors made some major sacrifices for some of the things we have today. Some of the liberties we have, some of the civil rights we have, rights for women, economic liberties, okay? Some of them put their lives on the line to gain those for us. We cannot let, and that includes everywhere in the world, we cannot let their sacrifice go to waste, folks. Please, please, please do not let their sacrifice go to waste, and always, always, always fight for a better future. And on that note, folks, you all have a good rest of your day, morning, evening, night, wherever you may be in the world. Have a good weekend. If I don't see you, right, I'm sure you do, Mad Side. Okay, all right. Love you all. Bye-bye.